I was drinking, I was eating terribly, and I did not take care of my body, and I did not work out. Once I hit my 30s, that's when everything changed. Once I had my children, everything changed. My thinking about my health changed, and thinking about, food changed, and not starving myself, really focusing on fueling my body and realizing that, everything I put in my body is to help me to perform at my highest level.
The way that I got in the best shape of my life at 42 is not spending hundreds of dollars a month on a fancy gym or a fancy sculpt place or Pilates place. It is lifting weights in my garage with inexpensive dumbbells and turning on Netflix and watching like Law and Order or Dateline or Trash TV and just getting it done. I do 45 minutes 3 times a week, and it has completely changed my body. I'm 42 and I have abs. This is a typical workout that I do. Kettlebell swings, 45 pounds, 15 reps. Push up to row, 10 reps total, 15 pounds in each hand. As a roadmap, I'm going to repeat this entire circuit 4 times for about 50 minutes of a total full body workout. Single leg hip thrust, 45 pounds, 10 reps each side. Hammer curls, 15 pounds in each hand, 12 reps. Sumo squat, 50-pound dumbbell, 12 reps, really slow. 90-degree shoulder raise, 15 pounds in each hand, 12 reps total. RDLs, 50 pounds, slow and steady, 10 reps. Lateral shoulder raise, 12 pounds in each hand, 12 reps. 25 pounds on each shoulder, so 50 pounds total of a regular old squat, 12 reps total. Angled bicep curl, 12 pounds in each hand, 10 reps.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Since my audio was messing up the last time. Sorry. Can you guys hear me? Testing, test. Make sure that's not muted. Hello, how you doing? Andrew, you spoke this into existence, first of all. Hello to the new subscriber. It's Amanda. Hello, how you doing? Hey, Jen. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Shalom. How you doing? Hey, Shawnee, girl. Can I get a mic check? Okay, yes, you can hear me. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting someone new, Shawnee. Thank you so much. Typically I would spend more time with the skinny talk intro, but we don't have a lot of time today, people. I mean, I say that. I always say that. It's not even that we don't have a lot of time. I just want to get right to it. I just want to get right to it, yeah? Hold on, give me a second. I got to make sure I set my alarm because we have a stream right after this. That's going to be the complete and polar opposite of what we're talking about now. I still need to do that grocery stream. The reason I decided to not take my no day is because I'm going to take a no week from YouTube. YouTube done pissed me off. YouTube done pissed me off. I don't have time for the stupid stuff. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Jen. Hey, Linda's Journey. Hello. We trying to figure out why you here. Oh, because why not? Why not be here? Oh, because it's my no day. Well, my no day wasn't really a no day anymore anyway. I went out to see Spider-Man. It was such a good movie. I've been cleaning, doing laundry. So my no day was already ruined. It's even a brawlers kind of day. Like, y'all are just gonna have to forgive me. I didn't feel like it. Okay. And the red actually matches the theme. So for the uninitiated, I mean, even some of my regulars may need a little bit of an initiation to an insanity range stream. This is not a safe space. Disclaimer. Attention. This is not, I repeat, it is not a safe space. What does that mean? You guys always have the opportunity, You guys always have the opportunity to let me know exactly how you feel. You know, I'm pretty candid, but an insanity range stream is really when I just take off the gloves, in my opinion. I think I'm a pretty straight up person, but I still try to like tread lightly and not offend people for the most part. Well, this is one of those streams where I don't care. And you have permission to not give a shit. Not that you need permission any other time or even this time, but like, you don't gotta care. You don't gotta care. Cause I'm telling you, I don't care. Okay. Mm-mm. I'm telling you right now that I don't give a shit. Once this stream is over, it'll be done. I don't care about nothing said on the playback. If you have any feelings toward me, now is your opportunity to get it out of your system until I get on your nerves again. Yeah? 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 Okay, today's your opportunity. Whether you're a regular, whether you're new like Amanda, whether you've been a cloud watcher, whatever it is, today's your opportunity to let me know how you're feeling about the GLP-1 space, because I surely am going to be letting you know. You know? I surely am going to be letting you guys know how I feel about the GLP-1 space, especially considering the stream that I did yesterday. I thought I had such a good stream. For those of you that were there, what did you think of yesterday's stream? I thought yesterday's stream was so much fun. I went back and I listened to the whole 3.5 hours, 4 hours, whatever it was. And I thought it was a great stream. I thought it was a great stream. I have some thoughts and some questions based on some of the comments that I got, you know, but we're going to talk about it. I always say that I don't spend a lot of time on visiting other channels in the GLP-1 space because there's so many, and because I do the content, I really don't want to listen to other people do the content. I've been feeling this way for about a year and a half, damn near since the start of my journey. Like I just I'm not really I don't really want to listen to GLP-1 content when I spend hours per week talking about it. um, so I don't know. Does that make me like self-centered? I don't know. I don't feel like it. Every now and again I'll tap in to some of my own regulars because they support my stream. So every now and again I'll take some time to go support their videos or live streams when I get a chance. Um, but I'm sorry, today I did something that I don't typically do. Hey Sway, how you doing, girl? Today I did something that I don't typically do, and that's what triggered this stream. I mean, y'all know, right? Like 99% of the time that I go live unexpectedly is because of something Jen did or said. But this time it was mostly my fault because I was already thinking about doing the stream, and I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then I started talking to Jennifer. And then I started talking to Jennifer, and I was like, you know what? It's fine. I need to get it out of my system. I need to get it out of my system. In fact, give me just a second because I need to shut up, Jen. I need to airdrop my notes to my MacBook. I should have did that before I started the stream. So I'm gonna let Skinny Talk play, and thank you guys for the compliments. Y'all know I don't really care for red. So this is unusual for me, but yeah, I mean it was a red kind of day. All right, so let me put on some Skinny Talk while I airdrop my notes. Give me just a second. Where did he go? Oh crap, where did he go?
I'm 40 years
There
old.
we go. All right, let's do this and let's do that.
Hand, 12 reps, 25 pounds on each shoulder, so 50 pounds total of a regular old squat, 12 reps total. Angled bicep curl, 12 pounds in each hand, 10 reps. Repeat the entire circuit, all exercises 4 times.
If you want to start to get in the best shape of your fucking life, then this video is for you. I started my fitness journey in my early 40s. I am now going to be 52 in December, and I am currently in the best shape of my fucking life. And you can be too. You're never too old. It's never too fucking late. My first tip is making sure that you're getting more movement throughout the day. Your sedentary lifestyle is fucking your ass up. Your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, makes up over 20% of your fucking metabolism. Sitting is the new fucking smoking. So move more than not. I focus on getting 10 to 12,000 steps a day, but that's just me. Start where you are and do what you fucking can. Far away from the entrance of the grocery store, do a lot of chores around your house, just fucking move rather than sit. Number 2, limit or get rid of alcohol altogether. All alcohol did for me was make me bloated, overweight, anxious, and fucking depressed. Recent studies have shown that alcohol actually causes 7 different kinds of fucking cancers. It is the leading cause of breast cancer, and there's really no...
Wow, that sounded kind of depressing. I must have missed something. Hold on, something just happened to my camera. Why is it so close? Hold on. Mm, there we go. That was weird. Hold on. Okay, that was weird. All right. Telling Jenitha to stop provoking me is completely and utterly fruitless. There is no level of reality or existence where that happens. And in fact, we're going to be talking about living outside of what I consider to be reality. I touched on it a little bit yesterday. But it dawned on me that I feel like we have an epidemic of dishonesty going on. I mean, like across, like in general, right? In society. Uh Dishonesty, echo chambers, delusion, entitlement, okay? Moderators, remember, if people come in confused, just let them know that I mean, it's a red banner kind of stream. This is not a safe space. Chuck your feelings at the door if you want me to care. Like, because I'm not going to. Feel free to express yourselves freely. You don't have to hold anything back. All I ask is that you don't be nasty toward other content creators in the chat. Please try not to do that. But other than that, if it's something about me, feel free to tell me something you've always wanted to tell me, or just freely express how you feel about the space. If you disagree with my take on the space, then let me know. Yeah, know what I mean? Go ahead and like the stream as well. Also, if it's just too much to type and you want me to bring you up on the stream, just let me know. I'm not gonna pin the comment for anyone to just come up, but if you guys want to come up, just let me know. All right, so I have my notes airdropped, and we're gonna be talking about how I feel about the GLP-1 space. Okay, this is part of the reason why I feel the need to take a break. Who did anything to me? Nobody. I just got a little irritated because y'all know I be out of the loop, right? I don't typically know what's going on in the space. What people are talking about, what's a hot topic, what's a important, like I really don't be knowing what's going on until you guys update me, because y'all kind of be spread out everywhere, and I appreciate the updates because otherwise I wouldn't know what was going on. But every now and again, when I get these updates, I make the unfortunate mistake of going to try to see what you guys are talking about. Now, some of those things happen live where I will react to a content creator or a topic live on the stream. But then there are times where I'm left to my own devices, and on my off time, on my no day, I am down a rabbit hole chasing some information that y'all gave me. Amen. And I'm not blaming you guys for giving me the information. Just know that it's not only Jenitha that triggers me or provokes me. It's all of you. It is all of you. Okay, so I spent my no day trying to track down some information from yesterday's stream, which I'll talk about. And I got very annoyed by what I saw in this space. I got very annoyed about what I saw in this space. So maybe I need to do a poll on this to see what you guys are thinking, or you could just let me know in the chat. But like, I came away earlier today feeling like the GLP-1 space is gross. Like, it's even saying space is like a misnomer, because it's really not a space, is it? It's really not like one GLP-1 family, one GLP-1 space. It's a collection of like spaces and echo chambers and cliques. And I talked about this when I did my interview with Paul Armadius. Okay. So yeah, I was a little perturbed. I'm like, I'm trying to, information gather, fact check. Cause a lot of the time when I'm on a stream, I'm just kind of going off the cuff, right? I'm going off based off the information I have. Oftentimes I'll look something up really quickly during the stream. Uh and even then sometimes I got to come back and correct some of that stuff, okay? So, I was a little concerned, okay? I was a little concerned by what I saw in the GLP-1 streets. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. So like the stream if you haven't already. This is a dual stream, so if you are a regular or even a new person and you're on the vertical stream, the mobile stream, and it's chaotic over there from a bunch of trolls, feel free to go to my channel and select the other stream where the people are sane, okay? Let's do that. All right. No. Wow, it's a lot of y'all. I haven't submitted anything. What do you mean, Tamika? Oh, you talking about as far as setting triggering me or provoking me? I mean, well, there's that. There is that. There is that. I just ran from over there. Hey JG, how you doing? Okay. All right. So, yeah, if you're a regular, definitely. I mean, you don't have to, but definitely, consider running. And if you're new, just strap in or just come on over to the cool kid side, okay? They'd be a little psycho in the vertical stream, yeah? All right. So, what got me going down the rabbit hole was the conversation yesterday that we were having about Retta. I will say that this is probably the last time I'm going to talk about Retta until it is released into the population. Or until the final result of whether or not it becomes a biologic is released or revealed or expressed, whatever you want to call it. Because what got me down the rabbit hole was I was looking for some information about compounding Retta. Yeah. I was looking for some information. Now, you may be asking yourself, what do you mean compounded Retta? Retta's not even out yet. I know, right? Well, we know that as of right now, there are plenty of people getting gray market peptides, and that's where they're getting their supply from, which is like a whole other story. I watched an amazing video from RMZ talking about where the gray market Retta supply is lacking as far as efficiency. There are a lot of people that are pairing Retta with TERS to get appetite suppression on the gray market, which is like, that's interesting. It seems like they're not, that gray ain't gray in the way it's supposed to gray. But that's not what we're talking about. I just thought it was a wonderful video, and one of the ones I found when I was trying to go down this rabbit hole. I shared it on my community. But our wonderful, amazing, lovely journey of life had mentioned that a telehealth company by the name of Bell Health was gonna have compounded Retta, like future tense. Now, little old me, I was skeptical. Yeah, I was skeptical. One, because what? That's for one. Two, because of the source. Okay. I was a little confused because how would and this is not toward my amazing journey. I even followed up with her trying to get more information. And if she can get it to me, she will. But I was just a little confused because she had mentioned a content creator that's affiliated with a telehealth company, and a doctor from that company already revealed that they confirmed that they are going to have compounded retatrutide. They have already confirmed that they will be compounding a medication that isn't even out yet. They have already confirmed that they are going to be compounding a medication that isn't even out yet, and we don't know if that medication will ever end up in shortage, which gives the compounding pharmacies the legal leeway to compound it in the first place. Are you following me? So off rip, that just made no sense to me, right? That's not Journey's fault. But my response was, don't be so quick for everyone. Don't be so quick to believe everything that you hear on YouTube, social media, whether it's me, whether it's somebody else, but specifically talking about the GLP-1 space. And I was skeptical of the source. I'm like, don't be so quick to take people's word for it. Yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. And she's like, oh no, it wasn't the content creator that said it. It was the doctor from the company that said it. And I'm like, with the content creator, right? like they're working together, right? They're sharing information together, right? So we can safely assume that they're on the same page. But personal feelings aside, I was skeptical. So I'm like, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something to this that I just need to be aware of so that I can pay it forward, pay the information forward. I'm not on Compound and I don't plan to be on Retta, but you never know. I always tell you guys, part of participating in the chat is what? Have an open mind. Be kind. Don't take medical advice and have an open mind. Okay. So that includes having an open mind to whatever, people are seeking as their method of weight loss. That doesn't mean you have to agree. Doesn't mean you have to do it yourself. Just be nice. Okay. Be kind to those and be welcoming to those that may find us here, right? In the vein gang. So I wanted to know. I wanted a bit more information. So I started digging. And I have some stuff. I have some I have some things that I want to share with you guys out of love. Can we I'm going to give you a prompt, or I'm going to give you a thought, and then you guys let me know what you think. When we say the GLP-1 space, right? Or as Paul would say, the GLP-1 streets. Maybe streets would be more accurate because you can have multiple streets, right? Plural. But the GLP-1 space is a bit of a misnomer because it's not all one space. We're all separate little parts of the same genre of content, right? But it's not really like one big umbrella or one big family, in my opinion. So you are bound to find like different content creators doing, some of them doing a lot of the same stuff or saying a lot of the same stuff or having a lot of the same points. Or you will find some content creators kind of like doing their own thing and going their own way, right? Well, I have always felt that content creators have a duty, no matter what genre they're in, no matter what niche they're in, content creators have a duty to be responsible with the information that they put out, right? You ideally don't want to be misleading to your audience. They don't need to know everything about your life, but probably you don't want to lie to your audience unless that's just your content, like you're doing skits or something like that. You don't want to spread misinformation. Now we could get into like affiliates and selling and stuff like that. People feel differently about that. I don't think people shouldn't be affiliates. I don't think people shouldn't sell to their audience. But like, I do think that selling to your audience shouldn't come at the price of your integrity. Can we agree? Her and that prescriber have a partnership, and he has a peptide company that she just started promoting. Sure. Thank you, Drew, for the subscription. Okay. So I don't think, I mean, who am I, right, to say who has integrity and who doesn't? I'm nobody, but I'm gonna say it anyway, right? Like, this is not about any one content creator. I'm speaking in general, and if it just happens to, if the shoe fits, then wear it. If it don't, then don't. You know what I mean? But when I heard the information about compounded Retta, which made no sense, right? Because you're only compounding the medications that were in shortage, and then they just, they stopped once they didn't stop once the shortage ended, right? So if a medication isn't out yet, how are you going to get it compounded if we never know if it goes into shortage? In my mind, right? 1 + 1 = 2. So I wanted to know more information because maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I wanted to know. So I started looking, and I couldn't find any well, first I went down the rabbit hole looking through the collaboration between, I should have mentioned, this is not nothing personal toward Brittany Rose. This just happens to be where I was doing the research because this is where I was told the information was disseminated, okay? This is the channel that, I was told that this information came from. and I was skeptical. So I went to go look because maybe I was being unfair. Maybe I was being unfair. Let me, I'm wrong sometimes. Let me go fact check myself. You know what I mean? So I went looking, and what I was looking for was a video or live stream of the content creator discussing compounded Retta coming in the future through Bell Health, because that was the information that I was given. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. What I did find was a lot of collaboration Q&As of the content creator and a medical provider or medical doc. Is he a doctor? Physician? I guess he's a physician. I think that has his own peptide company, and I think also maybe potentially works with Bell Health. I couldn't really tell because I see Bell Health promoted on Brittany's channel but not his. So I was a little confused by that. So I'm not sure if those things go together. But I found a lot of like collaboration videos. And if he doesn't work for Bell Health, then the collaboration live streams that I was looking at were completely pointless, because I don't think it would be his peptide company that will be compounding. I don't know, right? The point that I'm trying to make was it wasn't clear. Like, this information wasn't easy to find. Does that make sense? Right? Like, I feel like if I say as a content creator, you can get Zepbound through Lily Direct for $450 a month, that should be information that is very easy to find. Either you should be able to find it on my channel by searching through the transcripts, which is something that I did and I couldn't find it, right? Okay, thank you, Tamika. You should be able to find it based on me talking about it. So searching through the transcripts or asking me, you know what I mean? Like, is that accurate? Like people often do. How much is that bound through Lily Direct, blah, blah, blah. Or you should just simply be able to Google Lily Direct and see, right? Like, if I do a collaboration with a doctor that says, I prescribe Zepbound, and I send the prescription off to Lily Direct and my patients get it for $450 out of pocket. If I bring a doctor on that says that, I feel like we should be able to find that somewhere, right? Even if, let's take it up a notch. Let's say that doctor says, well, Eli Lilly released some information that says they're actually, this is not real. This is a hypothetical. Eli Lilly has released some information that Zepbound vials will be going down to $375 or $400 or something like that, right? I should be able to, as a viewer, find a press release or find something, an article that says Eli Lilly, person said this is a potential outcome. Like, I should be able to find that information somewhere. Okay, I should be, even if it's a telehealth company. I can't think of a name of it other than Bell, right? I don't want to use Bell because we're already talking about them. But like, insert blank telehealth company. If a doctor comes onto my channel, especially if they're affiliated with that telehealth company, and they say, hey, X, Y, and Z is already in the works, coming soon, you can look forward to this, etc., etc. I'm assuming that that doctor is not just like talking out of their ass, that they have something, some type of paperwork or some type of press release or some type of information, some way, shape, or form to back up what they are saying, right? It's not just, oh, I'm going to take your word for it because you're a doctor. Unless he's talking about his company specifically. If he's saying that his peptide company is going to be compounding Retta, I would still hope that that's easy to find information, which it wasn't. But if he's affiliated with Bell Health and the content creator is affiliated with him and Bell Health, and he's saying on the content creator's channel that this thing that makes no sense is coming, I should be able to find some information on that. I didn't find it. That's what I get for talking shit. I spilled my coffee on myself. Hold on. I should be able to find that information somewhere in my mind, right? Because we're giving this information to thousands of people. Why wouldn't it be easy for a person to be like, "Oh, that's very cool. Let me go look that up." Otherwise, why are we saying it? I don't know. Like, in my mind, like, why are we saying that? Are we just saying stuff just say? So I couldn't find it on Brittany's channel. I couldn't find it on his channel. Again, nothing personal toward either one of them. I was given some information. I wanted to verify the information. I went to look for the information. I couldn't find the information. I find that to be problematic. Yes. In my opinion, if you disagree, you can let me know, right? So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can just Google it. You know, it's a public company, right? Like, this is not some like company in China somewhere. This is not some like, hole in the wall. I should be able to Google it, right? A representative or affiliate of the company is saying that this thing is coming. It's in the works. Um when Journey was telling me, she was saying it's already been confirmed, and I'm like, by who? Like, who confirmed it? And then she went on to tell me, well, the doctor said it. They said that it's already in the works, blah blah blah. I'm like, that don't sound right. But again, I decided to do the research on my no day because I'm like, maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the drama. Okay, so I'm like, I can't find it between the two people that would have been talking about it. Maybe I could just Google it, right? It's gonna come through Bell Health, telehealth company. Maybe they've said something about it. No, no. Know what I did find? I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just paying the information forward. I don't really give a shit either way because I'm not on compound. I don't get my medication through Bell Health. What I did find was a hold on. Let me pull it up because I don't want to say it wrong. Okay. Not saying, I mean, make of this what you will. You know what I mean? Like, make of it what you will. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's something. Maybe you care. Maybe you don't. I'm not here to fearmonger. That's something else we're gonna be talking about in the GLP-1 space. I guess I'm gonna have to push my other stream back further. But what I did find was this warning letter that was sent to Bell Health from the FDA. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but basically, it's one of these letters that was sent out to a lot of telehealth companies about false advertisement. Basically, what the letter is saying, you can read it for yourself. In fact, I'll put the link in the chat. What the letter is saying is that Bell Health they're practicing a sense of like false branding or advertising by having vials on their by selling vials of compound that say Bell on it as if Bell is doing the compounding, and it's like, you're not doing the compounding, which we know, right? We know this as the consumer, the people that that have experienced compound. We know you know what? Let me not take for granted that everybody knows that. Let me not take for granted that everybody knows that. Some of us know that the telehealth company outsources to a compounding pharmacy, that the telehealth company is not the compounding pharmacy. That might be different for his and hers, or hims and hers. That might be different for them. I'm not sure. I know Mochi had that whole situation going on with their compounding pharmacy that they said that they had ownership over, but they really didn't. I think allegedly, I don't know. Go fact check me. But for the most part, I mean, I don't know. Just in case somebody doesn't know, the warning letter was basically stating like, you are making people think that you are compounding this medication when you are not. Okay. So that's what it was. Make of it what you will, whether it's a big deal or it's not a big deal, whatever, right? But nothing about compounding Retta. You know, there's a chiropractor who sells Retta online. Interesting. Retta is not supposed to be out until 2027 if they complete the research. Just Brittany Rose and the doctor having a powwow. I want to see the exact live stream or video where my wonderful amazing journey of life got the information so that I can see what she was talking about, but I can't find it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying I can't find it. So if she can find it, then she'll let me know. They all got that, and they all removed it from their sites. Marketing team mistakes for these souls, right? Okay, so probably, it's not enough to like get a telehealth company shut down or anything, but it's like FDA is like, the FDA has been for at least 2 years pulling out all the stops to try to get these telehealth companies and these compounding pharmacies to back down off of prescribing and compounding tirzepatide and semaglutide, right? And so what, I'm not on compound, so whatever you think of that, I'm just saying this is all that I found, right? So I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. Like, what if I was one of the viewers that was watching this stream and was like, "Ooh, Bell Health is gonna have Retta, a reputable doctor. He's a doctor, he's a physician. Why not take his word? Content creator that I like and trust. Why not? Wonderful collaboration. I like Bell. I like this doctor. I like the content creator. Seems like it's on the up and up to me. I can't wait for them to have Retta so I can get a prescription for it." In my mind, mind, you should be able to find that information somewhere, but you can't. You can't. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe if you happen to know where I can find that information, let me know. But I was frustrated, okay? I was frustrated. That's why we're doing this stream, because it didn't just stop there, right? But I'm not going to keep naming channels. That one was specific because it was named as the source of the information. Couldn't find it, got frustrated, low-key annoyed, right? One more thing about that. From what I can tell, I don't know how long the collaboration between the content creator and the telehealth company has been going on. I just did, like I said, a bit of digging, and from what I can see, when the when the company was being, do I want to say sold? What do you call it? Uh when the company was being presented to the audience, it was presented as, this is a wonderful company, reputable company, wonderful customer service, quick response time, and they have a reliable source of compound from a reputable 503B pharmacy. If you don't know what that means, the 503Bs have a higher capacity to compound medications and ship them out, and they are more tightly regulated from the FDA, whereas the 503As typically operate in a smaller capacity, and I think they are state regulated, if I'm not mistaken. So fact check me. I probably butchered the last part, but whatever, let me know. So the idea of a 503B is supposed to be like, oh, FDA oversight, this is good, this is wonderful, they have the capacity, there's the oversight, it's amazing, it's safe, it's affordable, yada, 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 yada. I go back to more recent posts, and it's like, oh, Bell Health is like now going to be transferring a lot of their prescriptions to 503A pharmacies. I'm not saying 503As are bad. As a person that was on compound myself, I've gotten compound from 503B and A. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I think it's interesting, right? When, first of all, over the past 2 years, we've seen a lot of 503Bs get shut down. Not the compounding pharmacy gets shut down, but their operations for tirzepatide get shut down, right? Like their ability to fill prescriptions has been stopped by, the FDA efforts. You could say alongside Eli Lilly, but Eli Lilly doesn't really have any power to make them stop. That's the FDA's job and the regulators and stuff like that. So we've seen a lot of 503Bs just stop compounding TERS altogether. And a lot of their prescriptions, a lot of their volume gets shipped out to 503As across the country. So I'm like, that's interesting. Like, this company that's so amazing, and they have so much, going for themselves, and they have this amazing 503B. Now they're not going to be able to fill their prescriptions through that 503B, or not as much. So we're just switching everything over to 503As. The reason that's concerning to me is because, like I said, typically 503As have a smaller capacity. So all of these 503As just constantly taking on volume for the 503Bs that are no longer compounding tirzepatide is like, at what point are these 503A pharmacies across the country going to be overwhelmed by the volume? I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe there's nothing to consider. But I did feel like the 503B access was a part of the selling point. So to have that transition to a bunch of different 503As across the country was like, I mean, I guess you could choose to stick with it or not or whatever. I don't really give a shit either way, right? Just paying the information forward. Um, okay, so since March, okay. That's why I tell people don't always go by what you hear and see, discern it. Jude says you're correct. 503A can't compound in bulk. Correct. Bell's Main Pharmacy just shut down by FDA for bulk producing. Right. That's what I'm talking. I didn't know they were shut down as a pharmacy. I just assumed they stopped compounding TERS. But like, why do what y'all do? But why is that like not a red flag for some people? Red flag, red banner. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. But I think that there's there's a little bit of a responsibility on the side of the content creator to question some of this stuff. But you know who's also not questioning any of this, y'all? The people getting the compound. I'm not anti-compound. I'm not here to fight against compound. I'm not here to make you cry about compound, okay? Like I'm not here to upset you about compound. I will check my brand privilege, okay, whatever. But like I see a lot of cheerleading going on and no questioning. Who am I? I'm not here to tell people how to do their content. People could do what they want to do. I feel like, as far as integrity goes, a lot of content creators should do better as far as like what information they're giving to their audience. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of like, I feel like a lot of in the GLP-1 space, a lot of affiliates have a way of coming off like they will tell their audience anything for to promote their affiliation. And this was the vibe that I was getting, right? Like I feel like there should be a sense of like a broken promise happening here, because one thing that has gotten on my nerve for at least the past 2 years, I mean, let's say 18 months, but yeah, virtually 2 years, because this started happening when I first got on Compound, is content creators just straight up not being honest about access to Compound. Content creators treating Compound like it is as accessible as ibuprofen is in a Walgreens. You know what I mean? Making it seem like there's an entitlement to Compound. Oh, they can't shut down Compound. Oh, this is not fair. That's not fair. You are entitled to it. But what about affordability as people? Okay. I have felt like content creators in this space across the board is not about any one particular content creator, but across the board have done a disservice to those that are on Compound, keeping the people that are in Compound living in delusion. So much delusion that they have their subscribers, their supporters, their viewers genuinely believing that compounded Reddit is a reality soon to come. Now, I said in my last stream, look, I'm not saying that these telehealth companies and compounding pharmacies won't do their big one and just ignore the FDA, like in the rules. I'm not saying they won't try it, but like, why are we making it seem like it's normal to be expecting compounded Retta just because content creators and random telehealth doctors are saying it? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only here to tell you this because I love you guys. Even the people that haven't commented yet, or the cloud watchers, or the people that will watch this in the playback, I love you all. I love you all. Even the people that may not like me and may feel like I'm getting on their nerves and I'm being unfair, I love everybody, okay? I love everybody. Feel free to curse me out as long as I am live and as long as there is a red banner, okay? Like, if there's no red banner, then you got a couple of barriers you got to jump through if you want to curse me out. But if you want to talk shit to me, now is your chance, right? It might be another 6 months before you get this chance again, okay? So I felt like, hey Delilah, hey Delulu, hey Delili. I felt like highly annoyed, even as a person that's not on Compound, but cares about integrity, cares about the responsibility of the content creator putting out information. I was very annoyed that I couldn't find any information on this projection of retatrutide being compounded. But you know what I could find? Yeah. You know what I could find? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Plenty of content creators anticipating Retta being compounded. Bell has at least 8 pharmacies they're working with. They sent letters to all their customers. It's giving something is rotten in Denmark. I'm just saying. How can they keep up when there is no bulk manufacturing? That's the question that I was asking. But the content creators aren't asking that question. They're like, don't worry, guys. They're going to all get shipped to 503As. Everybody's going to get their script. In fact, you can even pick which 503A you want them to ship it to. Delilah, is there ever a right time to come in? Hey, girl. Coordinator Matt said he will keep bringing on new pharmacies for Bell. Okay. I mean, all right. Alrighty then. I know, Jen, but you have like, Jen, how many times have I made you like just like close the app and say, I don't have time? Because it appears that you just thug it out. But like, I want you to let me in on your secret. Yeah. I want you to let me in on your secret. Oh, the short version is, Delilah, our wonderful, amazing Johnny of Living, was telling me that a telehealth company that Brittany Rose is affiliated with is planning to have compounded Retta. And I just didn't understand how that was possible. So I went to research it and I couldn't find anything on it. So now I'm frustrated. And a part of my research was me finding other content creators anticipating compounded retatrutide or retatrutide, however you say it, Retta. And I'm very confused. I'm very confused, and I'm a little disgusted with the space. That's what's going on, Delilah. Hey, Twan girl. Hey, Twan. Cat, did I say hi to you, girl? Hey, Cat girl. Hey, Sydney girl. How you doing? Okay, Jude. Hey, how you doing? So I'm a little disgusted. I'm a little disheartened with the space, not with an individual, right? Like, not I don't know any of these people personally, you know, but like I'm a little turned off with the with the space. I'm a little turned off with the spaces. Okay. So I couldn't find anything on Bell Health and Retta. I think it's weird. Yeah. I think it's weird that a doctor, a licensed physician, assuming so, that's what they say, would come on the interconnects and say that a group of people would be able to have access to something that, one, doesn't exist yet, and two, there's no paper trail on how this is supposed to happen. Why are you saying it? Why are you saying it then? Like, that's so weird. And I just want to let you guys know from the bottom of my heart, okay? I love you all, but I think we should just spend a little more time asking questions to the people that we support. Yeah? We should spend a bit more time asking questions and not just taking their word for it, because a lot of people are saying shit just to say it. Now, I get to say that considering I couldn't back up any of this information. I mean, I couldn't verify it, I should say, not back it up. I don't need to back it up, but I couldn't verify any of this information. Okay. I at least wanted to hear the doctor saying it so I could have more context of, like, you know, but the best that I was able to get was that it was in the works. That means nothing to me. That's not Journey's fault. I'm blaming them, right? Like, that means nothing to me. I need more information. In the works, how, where, when, what's the timeline? How is this happening if the medication is not in shortage? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm just saying, I feel like we should spend a little more time asking questions. Okay, so I couldn't find the information, so I went back to YouTube and I'm like, well, maybe another content creator has some information. What are the other people talking about? You know what the other people are talking about? Access to compounded Retta. I'm going to take a week to reset myself and we're going to come back with a fresh set of clavicles. We're going to come back in a week with fresh clavicles. So just let me get it out of my system, okay? Just let me get it out. We will come back in a week with fresh clavicles. I'm not going live for a week. I may upload, haven't decided yet, but let me you guys probably already got notifications for the next stream. Let me go ahead and push that back. All of my objectives for 75 hard are already completed other than my water, but I will finish my water while I'm talking to you guys, okay? I'm gonna push it back really far, but I doubt we'll start it at 11:30. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I need y'all to help me with my groceries because I'm about to go home this week and I need answers before I get to grocery shopping, okay? All right. So I've found other content creators anticipating compounded Retta. Now, does anyone care to explain to me how so many people can be on the same page about access to something that does not exist? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm here to have an open mind. Can somebody explain to me how there's so many channels anticipating access to something that doesn't exist and legally can't exist yet? Does anyone have any answers to that? It's not a rhetorical question. I literally want to know. Or theories, let me know. I'm convinced it would be gray. Okay. Which is hilarious. I think that that's hilarious. I do. Like, some people may be offended that I think that that's funny, but I do think it's funny. I think it's funny because, like, I mean, if that's the reality, it's like, what else did you think was gonna happen? Now, if you just don't care, because I said something yesterday that I just felt like was amazing, and I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people turn their nose up at gray. It happened on my channel a couple of times, right? So much so that a channel member was run off my channel for going hard for gray, okay? So, with that being said, I'm a thinking the average person is anti-gray, right? Like, but you know what I noticed? No, the average person is not. The average compound user, maybe brand users, but the average compound user is not anti-gray. The average compound user feels like compound is better than gray, but they will take gray if it's compounded for them. I would like somebody to tell me that I'm wrong so we can talk about it. That's my theory. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Shonda girl. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bobby. I was wondering what happened to you the other day. Why did I fall asleep with your chat running last night? My wife asked me if I'm in these YouTube streams. Tell your wife to come join us. You're new, so I'll let you know it's a red banner kind of stream. You're not really, into the whole weight loss thing necessarily, but that don't mean you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk shit. So, but tonight's the night where the gloves are off and I'm going to be talking a lot of shit, and it's everyone's opportunity to talk shit back. Okay, so grab a seat, Bobby, and tell me how you spend $1,400 on DoorDash. Matter of fact, can you send me some DoorDash? I could use some DoorDash, Bobby. Isn't it already gray as it's not FDA approved for sale at all in the US? So how is it being made right now? It's not through proper channels for sure. Thank you, JG. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. RPM. HM Doc. I will never forgive y'all for HM Doc. I will never forgive y'all. Ah, oh my gosh. Okay, so stop running people off my channel. Y'all better not run Bobby off, okay? Because Bobby spent $1,400 a month on freaking, and don't be playing me out, Bobby. Don't play me on speaker when your wife is in the room, because if she don't know your eating habits, she about to find out. So I listen, okay? I am bound to say any goddamn thing out of my mouth. I will repeat any and everything that y'all say. Okay, so I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so I was a little perturbed because when I went searching the YouTube streets, I found a lot of content on people anticipating Retta, but I don't seem to have any answers on how. How are people anticipating compounded Retta? Now, I explained yesterday. I mean, more than once. To be honest with you, like, yo, guys, to be honest with you, um, I'd be very I'd be very very surprised when I listen back to some of my streams because I'd be like, I didn't even know that what I said was so fire. But like, because I talk so fast, right? It just be coming off the dome in the moment. And then I go back and listen and I'm like, oh my God, V. Like I'll be laughing at myself because I'm like, you must come off like such an asshole to people that are listening. But I wasn't trying to be an asshole yesterday. I was just being my usual honest self, like whatever. But I said something more than once, which was like, I don't understand the Reddit fuss. People that have insurance coverage for their GLP-1s now will continue to unless your insurance drops or something like that, will continue to have their insurance coverage. And then like if they've already lost weight, they probably don't need Retta. So okay, they can't possibly be the ones fussing. The people that don't have insurance coverage pay out of pocket for their GLP-1. Okay, so they can't be the ones that are fussing. It's the compound people. Now there's the gym bros and gym babes and all of them, but we ain't talking about them. It's the compound people. The compound people are fussing about whether or not they will have access to compounded Retta, and I'm just trying to figure out why, right? Because what I said was, okay, what I said was, if you couldn't afford branded Zepbound or Wegovy, you're not gonna be able to afford Retta. I feel like that's a fair thing to say. Is that mean? I can afford branded Zepbound and don't think I'll be able to afford Retta out of pocket. Is that unreasonable to say? They have a secret insider information fee, and V and I are excluded from that. Oh, and Jude, okay, all right. Um, I'm doubtful insurance will cover the new guys right away, so long as we have the homie. Why we need Retta? Well, yeah, we talked about that yesterday with Dr. Spence. He covered that. He nailed it. He nailed the there's a so basically what I'm getting to is there is a compound hysteria happening in the space, and it is very annoying. I am not tonight's not a sympathetic kind of night. It's not. I mean, in general, I'm sympathetic to those that need access and want access. But tonight's just shooting from the hip. The compound hysteria is quite annoying. It is. You know why? Because as a person that started out on compound, I was a part of that wave of people that was just coming in as like TERS and some TERS got removed off the shortage list right after I started compound. So of course that was discouraging because I'm like, how the fudge am I supposed to pay for this? You know what I mean? But by then the vials, Zepbound vials had already been released or were on their way out or something like that. So what I did was I ended up buying a 6-month supply. No, I'm sorry, they weren't out yet. I ended up buying a 6-month supply of compound recommended by Brittany Rose, which was trash. I'm not saying it's her fault. That's just what happened. And after that 6-month supply was gone, then I ended up switching to brand. But I said that to say, when my frustration with the whole FDA, Eli Lilly shortage, this compound that brand this and blah blah blah, when all of that hoopla happened at the end of 2024, my frustration lasted about 2 days, maybe a week. Okay, had to get over it. It is 2 years later, and we are still crying about compound. That's still available. My frustration probably lasted about a week because, I mean, like, what are we gonna? It took less than a week, honestly. I think I can go back and check for me to be honest and admit, like, well, like if it's out of shortage, it's out of shortage. Like we wasn't supposed to expect compound forever, right? Like, we wasn't supposed to expect it forever. I came into compounding knowing that, though. Of course, I was hoping it was going to last a little longer. You know, at that time, it seemed like the FDA was going to bring down the hammer. So a lot of people got scared, but people have been scared 70,000 times since then because there's a hysteria caused by the content creators, not Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is not causing hysteria. Eli Lilly gave us an option. People just don't like that option because of the pricing. Okay. It's the content creators causing a compound hysteria. So a lot of people were scared at that time because a lot of people, you know, nobody knew what was going to happen. Plenty of content creators claiming to be insiders. Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. It's going to be okay. So it took just a few days for me to be like, you know what? I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. Like, we was never supposed to expect compound forever. You know what I mean? When I'm done with this batch or whatever, I'll go to brand. I don't want to have to deal with good compound from this pharmacy. This pharmacy decided to stop compounding, so my prescription got sent to that pharmacy. This pharmacy is using B12. This pharmacy is using fucking NAD plus. That didn't really happen, but something else. Like the B12 thing did happen, but there was some other glycine. This compounding pharmacy is strong. This compounding pharmacy is weak. Can't get in touch with customer service at Orderly Meds. Like, content creators scaring people every 5 fucking minutes. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm just going to pay the money, cut back on my expenses, pay the extra money for Zepbound brand, and move on about my day. But the moral of the story is, even I knew 2 years ago that there's no sense in constantly fussing over compound we're not even supposed to have anymore. Like, at that time, situation was a little murky. It was a little murky because, you know, we didn't know if the shortage was really over. We felt like we were being lied to, okay? But now it is 2026. There is no shortage. Plenty of content creators. Oh, Zepbound's going to go back into shortage. Oh, Zepbound's going to go back into shortage. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I never had a problem getting my compound, my vials from Lilly Direct. Now, if you guys are getting the auto injector pens, you can let me know if there's still a shortage for those. I doubt it, but like, no. Bobby, I'm sick of Bobby, stay up late. And well, you probably got to go to school or work because we're going to be talking about my groceries later. Because Bobby, okay, with the damn DoorDash, okay, with the yo lunch budget is more than my grocery budget, but I don't want to get distracted. Because I really want to like get into that, okay? All right. So okay. Oh, Shonda, you got to go to the other side, girl. You know what to do. Go to my channel and click on the other stream. The scare game was strong. It's still strong. There's a hysteria. I'm not anti-compound, but there is a compound hysteria. There is. There's so much hysteria that people are like, there's so much hysteria that honestly content creators can say whatever the fuck they want. Telehealth companies can say whatever they want because people are like so anxious for information, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting information, but like, people are taking the information that they receive at face value instead of digging just a little bit further. Just digging just a little bit further. And then it's like somebody like me comes along and asks the basic questions, and it's like, well, you don't understand. Well, you don't understand. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, no, I'm not the problem for stating the obvious that nobody wants to consider, which is, where are y'all getting these ideas of compounded Retta from? I mean, huge channels talking about access to compounded Retta. It's not even out yet. Retta would have to come out, be distributed, go into shortage, end up on the shortage list, assuming it's not a biologic, and then legally be compounded. If we're not talking about all of that, Why are we talking about compounded Retta? You know why? Because what's really going to happen, I think, is that gray market peptides are going to be compounded. These telehealth companies are going out and finding flunkies. Yes, I said flunkies. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't be offended. If you are pushing, this is my opinion, this is not to any one individual, okay? If you are pushing the idea of access to a medication that doesn't even exist yet outside of the gray market, then you are a flunky for the telehealth company, in my opinion. Okay? I'm not a flunky for nobody. I'd be a shill for Eli Lilly if they give me the chance, but that's because I know their product work. I know their product works. What is the point of being a flunky for a telehealth company that's pushing a medication that ain't even out yet? Hmm. 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 You know? Zep and Manjaro was never short. The pens were. Correct. That is correct. Hey Levi, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Sean over there with the cycles. She in the right stream now, but she was over there with the cycles. They haven't even confirmed if it'll be available only for weight management or T2 or both. So what the fuck? So the problem that I'm seeing is in the GLP-1 spaces, the problem that I'm seeing is people are arbitrarily talking about compound as if it is an entitlement. People talk about access to compound, access to compound, access to compound. Access to compound is not an entitlement, especially on a scale that it's being, prescribed for tirzepatide and semaglutide. Like, it's not an entitlement, it's a regulatory gap, it's a loophole, it's a legal pathway that was exploited that they can't now, like, they're struggling to close now. It seems like they only have any power over the 503Bs to even try to slow some of this dissemination down. So it's like, I think it's highly irresponsible of content creators to feed the compound hysteria with no real solutions in place. Because let me ask y'all something. What's gonna happen if, hypothetically, retatrutide is released as a biologic? There are going to be thousands of people on compound crying about a lack of access they were never going to get in the first place. Do y'all understand that? If Retta is released as a biologic, which means no compound, right? There's going to be thousands of people on compound crying about a lack of access that they were never going to have in the first place, that they were never supposed to have in the first place. Am I tripping here? Like, since when is the conversation about compound running parallel to every injectable released? Like, it's not. It's not. So Retta, or the GLP class of medications, is the glucagon, the GLP, GIP, and glucagon receptor agonist medications are an exception to this. Everyone feels like compound is the norm. I am here to tell you that it is not. If you have access, I'm not hating on your access. But to anticipate future access to be included in that is delusional. If content here, listen, come here, Lindas, come here, because clearly no one wants to say it. So I'm here to say it for you and them and whoever else, right? If content creators are expressing to you as the viewer and as a compound user, because brand people don't have to worry about this, okay? You will either have insurance coverage or you won't. Okay. Brand users are loyal to brand. They are not looking for compounded Retta. Like, whatever. At least I think so. Gray users are, they're gonna keep using gray. Okay. So this is the compound people. This is the compound people. Yeah. If content creators are agitating over access to compounded Retta, they're lying to you. They're misleading you. Is that a reach? They're going to threaten a lawsuit against them? Talking about this is discrimination? See, that is one thing I've heard about. How dare Eli Lilly try to get biologic labels on it? What about me? I deserve my cheaper shit, bro. It's delusion. Like, people always listen. There's multiple things happening at once. There's an argument for affordable healthcare. There's an argument for affordable pharmaceuticals, right? But there's also like just straight up being entitled to an exploited loophole. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing, right? Like, can we be honest about this? Compound in mass when there is no shortage of a released injectable is not an entitlement. It never was. It's been a loophole for quite some time. From what I heard, this has been a problem that the FDA has been dealing with since the 90s, and they can't figure it out. But this is like an unprecedented amount of eyes and awareness on it. Like, the more people are aware and talking about it. But they still can't seem to figure it out. I don't know if they're not investing enough into figuring it out, but they can't figure it out. So this loophole already existed, right? It's always been a way around you know getting people access to some of these injectables, which is to get them compounded on a patient by patient basis. So again, if content creators are touting access to compounded Retta, access to compound, what do you mean access? You mean access outside of a shortage? That doesn't make any sense. To be fair about this, to be completely fair, if we're just pushing access outside of a shortage, how exactly, like, what is the point of anybody being on brand? Like, how is Eli Lilly supposed to make any money? Everybody should just be on compound. Eli Lilly should take their investor money, do the research, do the studies, release the information, formulate the medication, come up with the proprietary formula, and then just let everybody compound it. And then all the money just goes to waste. Boom, bang, bang. What's like, Eli Lilly should just pay for all the research and then let all the compounding pharmacies make the money. Is like, since it's that simple, since everybody should have access to compound. So there's like the hysteria is being the flames of hysteria over compound is being flamed by content creators. Content creators are not being honest. I don't even think they're intentionally like just straight up lying to people. Like, but they're being extremely misleading based on people's lack of understanding around compound, based on people's lack of understanding about access. Content creators are taking advantage of that hysteria. You are making people believe that they're supposed to have this when they are not. Is that mean? I'm not trying to be mean. I could lose my access to Zepbound tomorrow. Like, and if I could find some reputable compound, guess who's going to be taking it? But I am aware that the loophole still exists. Am I going to be crying over a lack of ability to get access to compounded Retta? No. And somebody may be like, oh, but you already lost your weight. Okay, like, so? A lot of y'all have too. Like, there's a lot of people with a BMI under 40 crying over not being able to get potentially access to Retta. Like, because here's the thing. Can't you just buy it if you want it? Oh, okay, it's not going to be affordable for everyone. All right, so like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Zepbound, I said this yesterday. Zepbound and Wegovy still exists. That doesn't work for everybody. I don't believe y'all. I mean, with Wegovy, okay, like the GLP-1 alone, okay, but that GLP and GIP combo, that's 2/3 of Retta right there. Jen, please help. Jen, please help. Jen, help. Help. Funny that compounding pharmacies don't want to keep making the cheap stuff when that is back in stock. I thought Eli Lilly Retta was going to be top tier hospital inpatient cardiology last resort type of drug. That's why I'm not on compound. I'd rather be on brand. Listen, we do know that tirzepatide is 2/3 of Retta, right? Like, it's GLP, GIP, glucagon. Like, 2 of the 3 agonists are already together in tirzepatide, yet everybody wants to throw Zepbound out of the window like it's trash. I don't understand. And then again, back to the people that's like, oh, it doesn't work for everybody. I don't believe it. Well, nothing works for everybody. Nothing is 100% success rate, but it's like when it comes to branded Zepbound, it works for a lot of people. Everybody on the internet is not the exception. It's a lot of you on compound getting garbage compound, and y'all don't want to admit you're getting garbage compound. Or you are seeing success on compound like a lot of people are, and you're just not happy with the success. But you keep trying to group yourself in with the brand people. It's not the same. Like, the sooner people admit, this is another thing that gets on my nerves about content creators. I'm so sorry. But like pushing this idea that, I mean, maybe it's just an opinion. I don't know. Maybe everybody's entitled to their opinion, but in my mind, pushing or promoting the idea that compound and brand is the same thing makes no sense. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. A lot of people are on gray market Reddit, right? So there's a part of that, like there's a well-known piece of gray market Reddit that's missing. I found this out from RMZ video. Shout out to RMZ. He's doing the Lord's work. He is doing the Lord's work. Thank God that man likes to read, because I don't want to read none of this shit. So people are actually doing really well with weight loss on gray market Reddit. They're doing really well. Regardless of how you feel about it, they're doing well. But you know what they don't have? Appetite suppression. You know what they don't have? Appetite suppression. You know what a lot of them are doing to get appetite suppression? Adding in tirzepatide. So apparently, gray market Retta, even though it has all of the ingredients of branded Retta, the only part that really works well is the glucagon part. That GLP, GIP part ain't working too good in the gray market for Retta. It's not. So people are adding in tirzepatide with their Retta to get the appetite suppression. RMZ had a wonderful analogy to explain this. He said it's like having the ingredients to baking a cookie, right? You have your flour. I don't know how to bake a cookie, but you have your flour, you have your sugar, you have your butter. Do eggs go in a cookie? I don't know. You have your chocolate chips, your baking soda, etc., right? So you give a person the ingredients to bake the cookie, they can put it all together and make something. But if your cookie is the original cookie and they just go to the store and buy all of the ingredients, but they don't have the recipe, that cookie ain't gonna be the same as your cookie. It's not gonna hit the same. Okay, they might be able to slide with the chocolate chips. That's the glucagon. That part is unmistakable. You can't mistake it. You can't. All right, you got the glucagon. We got the chocolate chips. It's a chocolate chip cookie. It's gray market Retta. But if you don't have the recipe for that flour to sugar ratio, it's gonna be a crumble cookie. It's gonna be a crumble cookie. It's gonna be a raggedy crumble cookie. It's a cookie. It's even a chocolate chip cookie. But it ain't the original chocolate chip cookie. So you can have all the ingredients, and that's what's happening in the gray market with Retta theoretically, because a lot of people are reporting they don't have the appetite suppression. And the theory, this is RMZ's theory, and I think it's a wonderful one. I think it's a wonderful theory, is that they don't have the proprietary blend or not the ingredients, but like that's public information. The patent, the pieces of the puzzle are public in the patent, but the proprietary combination or blend, they ain't got that part. So they can't get the GLP and GIP, they can't get it right. They can't get it right. They're guessing, basically. They're guessing. So yes, the people on gray market Retta, they're doing wonderful with the weight loss. They're doing wonderful with the body recomp and the muscle preserving and all of that. And the increased metabolism, they're doing wonderful with all of that. But that appetite suppression, no, they hungry. Even Nurse Michelle came in and said it. She was like, it's wonderful for the weight loss, but it also still allows you to eat. She said that as a positive. For a lot of people, maybe that's not a positive, especially when on brand, you would get all of it together. That is why some of y'all need to put some respect on Eli Lilly's name as far as the research that they put in to their product. So it is, to me, quite frankly, disingenuous and disrespectful to say that compound is the same as brand, to say that gray market is the same as brand. No, it is not. Just because you have the ingredients, I don't care. This goes for compound too. I don't care where you sourced it from. Just because you have the ingredients don't mean you have the same product. It is not. Oh, but it's the same active ingredient. Yeah, sure, you can have chocolate chips, but I'd rather have an insomnia cookie over a goddamn crumble cookie. Okay? I'm just saying. I listen. So it's, but it's the same. I'm not saying people don't see success on compound. I'm not saying that. But a lot of the time, the compound world acts like all of these compound pharmacies are created equal and everybody is getting consistent results. No, they're not. No, they're not. And then when they don't see the success that they think that they should be seeing, they say, oh, Zep didn't work. No, Zep works great. Zep works just fine. Zep works just fine. Your compound didn't work. Your compound didn't work. Everybody knows Zepbound is that girl, but some folks have an impatient bug. Some people are scared to titrate up on Zepbound and ready to jump to Retta. Y'all know, whatever. The symptoms for Retta are higher than the homie is, and I know people on both Retta and Turs. I have been saying this for the last year. Why would I switch when the homie is king? They don't have the recipe. People call it gray market, but they should actually call it black box. You will notice the only thirsting for Retta say the food noise is back. Exactly. Like, y'all gonna stop acting like Zepbound is not that girl. And listen, Retta might be that bee when she hit the streets. Retta might be a bad bee when she hit the streets. But like, listen, there's enough room for everybody. There's enough room. So with that being said, I'm disgusted with what I am seeing with the compound hysteria. People should tell the truth. Compound is a privilege, just like brand is a privilege. None of this is an entitlement. I'm sorry. I don't even listen. Another point that I've gotten, I'm not taking this away from y'all. I just don't subscribe. Okay. I just don't. People are like, yeah, but it's a life-saving medication. It should be affordable. EpiPens are a like epinephrine is a life-saving medication. If you have an allergic reaction and you can't, I think it's epinephrine. What's the one that reverses anaphylactic shock or anaphylaxis or whatever? The EpiPen. I think it's epinephrine, if I'm not mistaken. But if you have an allergic reaction You could die without your EpiPen. Very acute, very quickly, life-saving medication. The government had to intervene to make that more affordable. Insulin for a type 1 diabetic. They will literally perish without it. There is no ifs, there is no ands, there is no buts, there is no up, there is no down, there is no nothing. They will perish without it. Life-saving medication. Yeah? Narcan. Regardless of what you feel about it, regardless of what I feel about it, reverses the effects of an overdose. If a person is currently in the process of overdosing, they are on their way up out of here. Some of them do be up out of here, and Narcan brings them back from the goddamn dead. That is not just a life-saving medication. That's basically a fucking zombie revival. Like, life-saving. Okay, so I think we're being a little flippant with the life-saving term, right? Like, I say that Zepbound saved my life because it improved my life, right? But if we want to be fucking honest, nobody is perishing because they don't have access to Zepbound. Like it's okay to say that GLP-1s changed and saved your life, right? But that is hyperbole. That's hyperbole. And I'm okay with the hyperbole until people treat it as an entitlement. I'm okay with the hyperbole. Oh, but it's life-saving. Yeah, because people are dying from lifestyle diseases. Do I have any pushback? You're speaking some good stuff. Compound is not the Samuel as brand. Oh, the same as brand. I'm on Compound now. I see a huge difference. It works. I have more suppression, but the inflammation. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry, Twan. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Twan, you should try some turmeric. Try some golden milk. Try some golden milk. When I tore my meniscus, the ligament in my knee, I think it's a ligament, or is it? I don't know. My knee. I injured my knee. I used to get awful knee pain, and I worked on my feet. So I would have to drink golden milk with a pinch of black pepper to make it bioavailable. I would have to drink turmeric milk throughout the day at work to reduce my inflammation, and it would work like that. It would work like that. So try some golden milk. It's a pain to make, and it's, turmeric can be messy, but try it. Put a pinch of, make it with something like a fatty base, like whole milk, coconut milk, or something like that. And little pinch of black pepper, and try that. I get disgusted when people say compound and brand turds are the same. I'm like, how can it be the same when compounders are adding all kinds of stuff together? Also, Eli Lilly never gave out their formula. I know 3 people who are stacking Reddit with turds and Contrave. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I mean, they will if they don't get the food, and exercising together. Obesity is the number 2 or 3 is death, I believe. You added turmeric to your turkey wings today. That's a good start, but I'm telling you, try drinking it. Eating it is a good start, but look up turmeric, the curcumin in turmeric plus black pepper to make it more bioavailable, because I think if you just eat the turmeric plain, it's not bioavailable like the curcumin in it. So the black pepper helps for the curcumin to help with the inflammation. So try drinking it. Just try drinking it. And you drink it warm. So or turmeric tea if you don't want to do milk, but make sure you add a little bit of fat and a little bit of black pepper. Okay, so obesity is a lifestyle disease. Period. 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 Type 2 diabetes, diabetes, not type 1, type 2, is a lifestyle disease. Period. Period. That's why both of them are reversible when you change your lifestyle. We're lucky enough to have hormonal assistance with reversing a lot of that, which is wonderful. I don't deny the effects of Zepbound, of tirzepatide, but there are plenty of people. I just told y'all about my brother last week. There are plenty of people reversing their type 2 diabetes and their obesity without GLP-1s, okay? We just don't feel like doing that over here with Vane. Okay, oh my God, we want help. We want help. We want help for that. And we want help for the inflammation. And we want help for all the other fucking markers. We want help. Big Pharma gave us the help. We want the help. Okay. We want it. So tirzepatide is a wonderful medication, but, and I would even say, yes, it is a life-saving medication, but it's not an acute life-saving medication. Okay. It takes some people, it used to take like 40, 50 years to develop type 2 diabetes and obesity. Now, the kids got it. So it's like, time is of the essence. I'm not going to get into kids on GLP-1s because I don't believe in that, but whatever. I have been saying since the start of my channel, okay, like I get everybody's like all in a tizzy, but like, has anyone ever considered like what we would do if we lost access to these medications? Are we all going to, this is what I mean, Shonda, because I understand. This is what I mean though. If any of us lost access to our medication tomorrow, God forbid, and you couldn't get access to gray or compound, are you going to croak? From inflammation, from obesity, from diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Are you, like, if you lost access tomorrow, are you going to be in immediate danger, or is it danger over time if you don't change your lifestyle? Give me the help. We want help. We don't got time for all that. Like, yes, we could do it without, but because my family is doing it without. But listen, I don't feel like doing all that. I don't feel like doing all that. I support it, but I don't feel like doing that. Yes, it is, but people claiming that they can't do it without it, so it will lead to death. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Shonda. Oh, okay. Maybe you do. Okay, all right. Because maybe I lost you somewhere, or maybe you lost me. I don't know. But I'm like, when people say, yeah, but it's a life-saving medication, it should be affordable. Everything should be affordable, but everything isn't affordable. Everybody does not have access to everything. That's just the way, that's what it, listen, I get that seems unfair. I get it. I understand. Okay. I get it. But like, it's not the same as like a type 1 not having access to insulin, a person allergic to bees not having an EpiPen on them because the EpiPen costs $3,000 or $1,500. A person like a police officer pulling up on a person that's having an overdose and they don't have any Narcan. Like, it's not the same as those. It's not. It's more like having hypertension and having your blood pressure medication. It's better to have it. It's better to have it. You should probably have that. You should probably have that. You should probably have that. But like, when we say people are like at danger of dying from obesity, it's really not the obesity. It's the conditions that come alongside obesity. It's the heart attack that comes with the because of the obesity. It's the type 2 diabetes caused by the obesity. Not everybody that's type 2 is obese, but I'm just saying for a lot of people, they tend to go together. That causes like people to get their limbs cut off and things like that. So, I mean, like, we're being a bit hyperbolic when we say like, but people need it. Sure. But like, are people going to be dropping dead in the streets without it? No. There are other ways. We just don't feel like doing that shit. I'm honest about it. Like, I'm honest about my privilege. I don't feel like doing it the other way. But I also know that I could lose access to this medication. So I said that to say, Jen talking about I want access to win the Powerball. Like, access. Man. Oh, Shonda says, I did lose access to the meds. I am fortunate enough to keep my mentality and my habits to lose weight. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Shonda. Shonda, we don't have time for you to be croaking on us, Shonda. You could tolerate me just a bit more than Jen. We don't have time for you to be croaking on us, Shonda. So I am so happy. I am so happy that you are keeping it together, even though you lost access, because that's what I would have to do. That's what I would have to do. Sidebar, there's a thunderstorm brewing off in the distance. It sounds like someone is dragging furniture around in the sky. I had blue skies today and it was beautiful. I enjoyed my walk. I didn't enjoy my walk, I'm lying. I enjoyed the blue sky, but it was too hot to be walking. We just want the help. We like the help. Like I used to suffer from I think I still do, honestly, but I had to find ways around my inflammation. I had to, eat less inflammatory foods and use turmeric. That's a direct, it is a literal anti-inflammatory. But like, I want the help. I want the GLP-1. I want the GLP-GIP. I want the GLP-GI. I want it. I want it. I actually, to be quiet as kept. Wait, hold on, y'all. Now listen. That glucagon sound nice. I do want some of that. Can I get a little piece of red? Like, I'm not about to cry about access. And I don't want it bad enough to take Grays, so I guess I'm just SOL. But I do want a little piece of that glucagon for the gym. I do. Whatever. I don't care. Like, whatever. Don't judge me. Don't shame me, Jennifer. I do want a little piece of that glucagon. I do. I already got the GLP. I already got the GIP. That's 2/3 of Retta right there. Okay. I want a little piece of that glucagon. I do. I want a little piece of it. For my muscles, I do, and for my metabolism and stuff. But I'll be fine without it. I'll be okay without it. But it would be nice. It would be nice. But I'm like, I'm not about to cry about it. Okay, so back to the content creators. Compound hysteria. The content creators are contributing to this, and the audience, y'all, them, they, them, everybody. It's just nobody's asking questions of the content creators. They're just soaking up everything that's said. Don't let them bring on a doctor from a telehealth company. They're gonna soak up everything that they're saying too. Entitlement to weight loss goals. Here's your topic, Jen. You want to take it away? Don't worry about it. I got it. Jen said y'all are not entitled to your goal weight. Eli Lilly did not promise you your goal weight. That glucagon does sound sweet. Just a small taste would be good. I just want a little num-num, Sydney. I just want a little num-num. Just a little num-num of glucagon. That's what I'm saying. Like why is... I'm not convinced Eli Lilly is leaving the rest of us out. I think we just got to let them cook first. Like, let them cook with securing whatever they need to secure, biologic or not, I don't give a shit, okay? Let them cook with needing to secure that for whatever demographic they're trying to secure that for, protect their intellectual property, whatever. I'm not convinced that Eli Lilly is going to leave the gym babes and bros, or whatever, even if you're not in the gym, like the glucagon people, the people that want a little taste of the glucagon, I don't think they're gonna like not have another option. Retta may not be the option. You know what I mean? Like it may not be Retta, but I'm not convinced they're not paying attention. Like I'm not convinced that they're not reading the room. I think Eli Lilly is reading the room. It's like one problem at a time though, or the other stuff is working in the background. Because they have to get on these earnings calls, or these, what do you call them, investor calls, projection call, whatever the fuck you call them, and they got to have answers that people that are investing money want to hear, right? So they got to focus on the things that those people are going to understand so that they are happy. But I'm not convinced Eli Lilly is not going to tap into the market of the rest of us that want a little num-num glucagon. We want a little num-num. Okay, we want a little num-num. I'm just saying, whatever. I think they'll come around. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm not worried about it. So anyway, Jennifer said, y'all are not entitled to y'all goal weight. Eli Lilly did not promise anybody that they would make it to goal. We're all starting from different places. We're all different people. We all have different circumstances. We love to bring up 50 million, 11,000 trillion reasons why we gained weight, okay? It's the genetics, it's the hormones, it's the food, it's the this, it's the that, oh, it's stress, it's parenting, it's the okay, fine. Whatever your reason is, we're all a little different, okay? So Eli Lilly, they did their part. They did the studies, they put the information out. Do you want the drug? Do you not want the drug? Pay for it through your insurance. Okay, not everybody can afford it. All right, pay this out of pocket. All right. They gave us the numbers. Nobody is guaranteed to make it to their goal. Nurse Michelle says, apparently there's a Reddit research group right now for maintenance. Maintenance for us too, or for the Reddit people? Because, well, I don't have health insurance anymore, but I was about to say, I'm not willing to, I don't care to fight with my health insurance about access to Reddit. I didn't care to fight with them about access to Zepbound. Well, they didn't cover Zepbound. I didn't care to fight with them about access to Manjaro. So, you know, yeah, give me a little num-num, you know, a little num-num glucagon, whatever. So, people get very flustered about, I don't know if the brand people do this. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. But people get very flustered about not meeting their goals on tirzepatide. And again, a lot of those people are compound people. Now, a lot of compound people do make it to their goals. But like, there's a lot of compound people that don't. Are you guys seeing people that are on brand that are not reaching their goals? Not Ozempic, GLP, GIP, the duo, tirzepatide. Are you seeing people that are on branded Zepbound or Manjaro that are not meeting their weight loss goals? Even if it takes longer, right? Took me 2 years and I'm still going. So, you know, it may take some time, but like, there are people that already lost like what G said, 18% of their body weight. The average for Zepbound, I think, is 21, and they're like chomping at the bit for Retta. People that can't afford brand, right? People that can't afford brand. I'm not being mean. That's what they are saying. People that can't afford brand are chomping at the bit for Retta. And they've already, you know, been losing weight. Maybe not as much weight as they want. I heard something interesting today. Oh, let me just find it. Let me just play it for y'all. Because I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. I wasn't going to bring this up, but why not? Why not? All right, here we go. I'm gonna play a little bit of this video and then I'm gonna give my commentary on it. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. I don't think we are. I listened to a Mayo Clinic obesity doctor recently, and he mentioned that there are at least 50 weight loss drugs currently in development. If only a few make it through to market, that will be major. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. People are crying for nothing. And when can we decide we met goal? 1 year? 2 years? We'll get back to that in a second, Jen. I'm about to play this video that you sent me because you're toxic. So yeah. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. So let's let me let this play for y'all real quick.
So one of the things along the lines of nutrient targets is very much for hypo responders is people having protein density. We need protein for both, right? Like, because that's helping to fuel and build the muscle for both, for hypo and hyper. But liquid calories, if solid food makes someone nauseated who's a hyper responder. People feel like they're like, one of my best friends is on GLP-1 and she's very much nauseated all the time, poor thing. And so she's on Zofran And it's just a time. And so for her, the best way to get her protein in is frequently sipping it, is through having liquid calories of protein shakes have been very beneficial for her. Whereas somebody, a slow responder, doing metabolic tracking, fiber, really focusing on that high fiber, 25 grams of protein per day to help manage blood sugar, but also to keep one fuller longer. And so I'm not saying that protein, the metabolic tracking, that people are hyper responders shouldn't do that. However, also making sure you're simply eating enough, right? Hyper responders frequently are so full. They're like, I'm just too full, I can't eat. I had that for a few weeks and then that was gone from me out of my 3.5 years of being on GLP-1 medication. I had that for a little bit. I've never been the one to like forget to eat, but definitely, and I've also not had over the course of my whole journey where, not that I forget to eat, but also that I'm not eating enough calories. I have had pockets of that. And frequently on day 1 and day 2, I'm not eating enough calories, but I make that up because my appetite comes back on day 5, day 6, day 7 on Zepbound. And so for me, tracking overall the calories, fiber, and protein works beautifully for me. For some people though, that the slow responders, the hypo responders, the slow responders, the mental mindset that goes into this, I think is even more important for slow responders. From somebody who weighed over 300 pounds and came with not just baggage, but suitcases. It is very, I'm sure, I've not been a hypo responder, but I can only imagine being like, because I felt this way at times in my journey, I'm defective, something's wrong with me. These false narratives and untruths that are damaging and negative. And so I think for somebody like me who's weighed over 300 pounds, if I had that, it would perpetuate those even more. Whereas from my experience was within the first week, I lost over 10 pounds. And I was like, oh my gosh. Granted, that wasn't weight. That was a lot. Like, granted, that was also salt. Like, I had binged my brains out before I started GLP-1 medication back 3.5 years ago. So that, see what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't like fat loss. But within this, I think the mindset component for slow responders perhaps has to be more intense, if not anything different. Because with hyper responders, if I'm just from somebody who's had the privilege of being in front of millions of people in the GLP-1 community, and I'm very grateful for that, to be able to listen.
I wasn't even planning to stop it there. We have to continue because I'm going to make a point about this. But she just said someone that has had the privilege of being in front of millions of people. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't have anything against Countess. I'm not like trying to attack her or anything. But she just made a point that I was trying to make earlier about content creators needing to be responsible for with the information that they're putting out, because they are putting the information out to a lot of people. I'm going to say that. I'm going to leave it there. Let's continue.
With my ears and watch of what's happened of hyper responders, maybe coming from weighing over 300 pounds, 350 pounds, 400 pounds, weighing a lot of weight, or even not even that, even in the 200 pound range, having a weight issue for much of their life, having this tremendous success. There is a mindset shift in there because the medication is doing its job. And let's not think that this is not an active choice, because it is. But the hyper responder has also hit the genetic lottery. They've now identified for super responders a phenotype of there's a genetic blessing that super responders get that slow responders do not have. It's not that the willpower is any different, because both overall are both putting in a tremendous amount of effort, and it's not like it's the wrong efforts. It's the genetics are different.
You were just about to type what, Shonda? Let me know. You agree with her? So, I mean, can y'all, who is she? Who are these people that she's talking about? Who are these hyper responders? Who are these people? Who are these people? When I say who are these people, I mean, like, what qualifies as a hyper responder? Another way to just say this is slow and fast responders, right? Like hyper, hypo. She's trying to make it sound more scientific, I guess. Whatever. Hyper meaning high, hypo meaning low. I hate it here sometimes. Okay. She's talking about the people who believe that they're doing it all and then some, but really haven't changed much with their food choices. I thought she was saying the opposite. I thought she was saying both groups are doing all of the things, but some just have won the genetic lottery, so they do better. It's not that their actions are better alongside the medication. They are doing the same things that the hypo, the slow responders, are doing. So it's not that the slow responders aren't doing the work. They're doing everything that everybody else is doing that's seeing great results. It's just that the ones that are seeing fast results have won the genetic lottery. I don't agree with that. I would be considered a super responder. I put the work in though. People say I'm a hyper responder. Last week, my cardiologist said, "You are not. You're just doing the work." I guess I'm a hyper responder as well. Hi, Crystal. Crystal says, "I usually don't respond, but I am a hyper responder because I am 58 and have other genetic markers. Some have different response or hyper." What is a hyper responder? If you know, Crystal, since you are one, what is a hyper responder? And what are these genetic markers that you guys are talking about? Okay. Delilah, what are these genetic markers? And what is hyper responding? What is that? Because the average in the trials is 21% total body loss, right? Total body weight. I am 20 pounds away from being at 50%. So that means I'm a hyper responder. What classifies hyper responder?
And that is the most important thing. And I wish I had put this at the beginning of the video. And if I'm editing it, I have. It's not that the willpower is any different, because both overall are both putting in a tremendous amount of effort. And it's not like it's the wrong efforts. It's the genetics are different. And that is the most important thing. And I wish I had put this at the beginning of the video. And if I'm editing it, hopefully I'll remind myself to put this at the very beginning part of the video, because that's the most important part, is that I think that hypo responders can think that they're not doing enough or that they don't have willpower. And it's not that they don't. And I've had this now of where I'm
This is not a safe space. This is a red banner stream. So you are highly likely to be offended by something that I say in this stream. Y'all are being lied to by these content creators. Maybe lie is a reach. Maybe it's just their opinion. Y'all need to get y'all head out of the clouds with this fast and slow responder stuff. Okay? We went over it yesterday. What Eli Lilly classifies as a slow responder, y'all are taking content creator definitions of slow responder and self-diagnosed definitions of slow responder. We looked up Eli Lilly's classification for slow responder, and you know what they said? Only 9% of people in the trials even fell into that category. And even out of those people, a lot of people caught up later in the trial, which I'm going to assume means they caught up at higher doses. I'm not going to rehash that. Y'all are making this up. You're making it up. Made up theories about speed of weight loss. Made up. And then she says, this was the moment I knew I was going to do this live. Like, it wasn't about her, but this concept. Telling people, millions, she said it, not me, that it's not that the slow responders aren't doing enough. It's not that they're not working hard enough. How do you know? slow responder wasn't even defined in this video. It wasn't even defined. Most people, when they say it, they don't define. It's self-defined. It's an arbitrary term that people just throw around. How do you know what work people are doing or not doing? I could tell you, I'm guessing, educated guess, that if you are on, yes, there are exceptions, there are few exceptions. If you are on branded Zepbound and you have titrated up through all of the doses and are not seeing success, chances are you are one of the few that just really may not be a responder to the medication, a non-responder, or we looked up, the term non-responder, less than 5% of your body weight in 3 months. If you have titrated up through all of the doses on brand and you are losing less than 5% of your body weight, then yes, you might be one of the few. That ain't everybody else though. Everybody else that's just classifying themselves as slow responders, no, they really are not like doing the work. Like everybody says they're doing everything. They're not. Nobody's doing everything. Nobody's doing everything. Nobody's doing everything. And I am going out on a limb and saying the majority of people not seeing the success they want, they're either on some crap compound, or if they are on brand, there is something that they're doing wrong for the most part. For the most part. But content creators are telling them not to move up. Jen, I was literally going to come back from my potty break with this exact point. Now that you've said it, let's talk about it. This is not a safe space, so something I said is likely to offend you. Whatever. You know what I think the problem is with content creators? A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them in this space. A lot of them are in echo chambers. If you want to know if my space is an echo chamber, test it out, test the water by pushing back against me and see what happens. I'm just going to push back and we're just going to push and push and push and push and push. That don't happen on no other channel. It don't happen on no other channel because everybody's in unison. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Yeah. Everybody's in unison. Yes. Everybody's in agreement. Everybody's happy. Oh my God, yay. Everybody's happy. Yeah, I'm a slow loser. Yeah. Oh, hyper responders. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, my theory is these content creators get stuck in a content loop and they box themselves in. What happens is they get scared to titrate up on the medication. They project that to the audience about titrating up slowly. And then when they get stuck and they can't lose no more weight, they don't know what to do because they've already pushed out the message to not titrate up. But content creators are telling them not to move up. Twan say, girl, don't do that. I'll push back. Okay, Twan, I'm sorry. But like the content creators get stuck and don't reach their goals. A lot of them because they're scared to titrate up. They're scared to titrate up. I know because I was there. I wasn't scared, but I didn't want to titrate up unnecessarily. And then it just got to a point where it's like, well, like slow weight loss is exhausting and depressing. Like, can we no, it's a red banner stream. Something I say is likely to offend you. Listen, I'm not here to be sympathetic tonight. Can we stop celebrating slow weight loss? Not everybody's gonna lose 2 pounds per week. I get that. But like, can we stop making it seem like nobody needs to put in any effort? Okay, let me back up because I want to be real clear about what I'm saying, right? Everybody doesn't have to rush the weight off, right? But we need to be honest about how much of a drag and how depressing and how stressful losing weight too slowly actually is. It's actually a drain and it's actually a drag. But instead of trying to do something about it, instead of just solely relying on a GLP-1, we just say, oh, but I'm a hypo responder. Some people just won the genetic lottery and they respond faster. No, some people are just working harder than you. Some people are just working harder than you. I know. Because people were working harder than me. And now I'm working harder than others. Some people are just, yes, there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions. Half of y'all, 90% of y'all, 98% of y'all are not in the exception group. Some people are just working harder than you alongside their GLP-1. Some people have the privilege of being on brand. Everybody swears they can't fit brand into their budget. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, fine. If you're on compound and you're not seeing the success that you want to see, maybe we need to define what seeing success is, because some people are losing weight on compound and they're still complaining because they're not losing fat as fast as somebody else on compound, or they're not losing as fast as somebody on brand. So there is a fine line with comparing yourself to other people, but then there's just straight up delusion. Some people are just working harder than you. Some people are just working harder than you. OTP had a doctor who talked about dosing GLP-1s for individuals as opposed to titrating up by doubling or growing up by 50%. He's been successfully testing alternate titration doses on his patients. I think that that's great. Twan definitely pushes back. Let me stop talking shit before Twan get my ass. Okay, the stress comes from paying for the drug, wanting instant gratification. I don't know what you're talking about. 2 years to lose 100 pounds ain't shit instant about that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's nothing instant about taking 2 years to lose 100 pounds. There's nothing instant about going to the gym, weight training 3 to 4 days a week to get biceps. There's nothing instant about that. Shall I show you my abs? What are you talking about? Tell me more. You'll still be wrong, but tell me more. Crystal says, so we're going to promote a popcorn instant gratification space because we want results immediately. Crystal, if you're going to be funny, you're going to have to be clearer so that I can understand what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. You're going to have to like clarify for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm more than willing to like go back and forth if you want to, but you gotta clear it up for me. People will always argue the exception of the rule. Absolutely. Absolutely. What I'm trying to do is live a long, beautiful life. Weight is not the goal. Life is the goal. Oh, you're new. We're a little vain over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Not really, but I mean, it's only fair that I initiate the people that don't know no better, okay? So we're a little vain over here. We do care about weight. We care about life. We care about being beautiful. We care about reversing type 2 diabetes. We care about reversing obesity. We also care about being skinty and fit and having muscles and being cute and having clear skin and having clothes that look nice and having energy and being lighter on our feet and not having inflammation and knee pain. We care about all of that. We care about all of that. Like, maybe you misunderstood. Okay, maybe you misunderstood. So maybe you're caught up now, okay? I think Countess was one of the early adopters who titrated up quickly, and that probably hindered her being able to continue to lose, even on that maximum dose. That's one of the things the doctor mentioned. I have always given credit to Countess and OTP as the two OGs that I watched when I first started in the on a GLP-1 journey, because I saw them max out. Like by the time I came to their channels, they were already stalled out on the highest doses. So I understand that struggle. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that she is talking about hypo and hyper responders with like no context. That's what I'm talking about, Sydney. Like I really do think that a lot of the OGs, you know, they were not guinea pigs, but they made some mistakes. But like, I mean, what were they supposed to do? The instructions were to titrate up every 4 weeks. I mean, and some people titrated up every 4 weeks and had no problems. So like, only, some people had no problems, some people did have problems. So I understand that. I'm not talking about her being stalled. I'm mostly talking about this idea that people that are seeing slow results, they're not doing anything. There's nothing that they should be doing differently. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. I understand that, Crystal, but she was on a weight loss journey and I became healthier. Jen, I misunderstood what you said. I know you driving, girl. Stop texting and driving. Um, I'm talking about the ones who want to lose weight as soon as they start, not understanding how the medication works. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Um, okay. Oh, but I got all that at 58. All of what? All of what? Tell me more. Hey sister. Hey sister, sister. I'm over here ranting and raving. Don't mind me, girl. Don't mind me. I'm fussing. um, okay, y'all talking about something else. Okay. The mistakes was learned for all of us now. Correct. Correct. I do give credit to Countess and OTP that um if they knew a little better, they would have done a little better. I learned from their mistakes, but like I think some of us overcorrected by being too afraid to titrate up. And it's like, no, like we have to be okay with letting the medication do what the medication is going to do. Okay. So if you're having symptoms, you don't need to titrate up every 4 weeks and all that. If it's working for you, stay on a dose that's working. But if the dose is not working, if the dose ain't dosing, you know what I mean? Then go ahead and we should be titrating up. So I thought it was interesting, this conversation. Like the point that I'm trying to make is not really about Countess herself. Let me take her off of the screen. It's not about her. She just happened to be the one making this point. Just like the last point wasn't about Brittany. She just happened to be the one where the information came from, okay? Or the doctor that she works with. Stop self-diagnosing slow loser, please. And stop letting content creators diagnose you as a slow loser or a fast loser. Ain't shit quick about losing 100 pounds in 2 years. Nothing is quick about that. Nothing is quick about that. Okay? These are arbitrary terms that are just being thrown around by people that have not met their goal. There, I said it. Whether it's a content creator or a viewer. The terms slow responder and fast responder are being thrown around by people that have not met their goals yet. I am wishing success and meeting your goals for all of you. But the reality is, this talking point comes repeatedly from people that have not met their goals yet for a number of different reasons. I was on compound. I lost 45 pounds on compound. I also stalled out for 6 months on compound. I could have kept crying about the fact that I wasn't losing weight on compound. I didn't. I switched to brand. I had the luxury to do that. Okay. There was plenty of times I wasn't losing weight on brand. You know what I wasn't doing? What I was supposed to do. Every time I made changes to tighten up my diet, be more consistent with my fitness, I saw success. Increased my sleep when I was able to, took my relaxation and stress reduction seriously, I was able to see success. There's nobody's doing everything. That is a talking point. That is a talking point. Some people are just working harder than you. If you're not seeing the success you want to see, either you're on trash compound. If you're going to say, no, that's not it, my compound works, or I'm on brand. Okay, well, then some people are just outworking you. It's not your genetics. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't lose the genetic lottery. Like, there are some exceptions, okay, where they're just not going to see success on these medications. And maybe they still have to wait for something else to come out. But there's too many people throwing around the term slow responder for that to actually be the reality. Give me a second, guys. My cousin is randomly calling me while I'm live, and I'm like, "Do you want to say hi to the people? Why are you calling me while I'm live?" That's what you that's what you just saw. My cousin has so much anxiety about being on live stream. I'm like, "Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi?" You're lucky I muted the damn thing. But I can't trust what's gonna come out of my cousin's mouth, so I had to be muted. But I wanted y'all to see the interaction. Like, why are you calling me while I'm live? Do you want to be on a live stream? Yes, I started out on Wegovy. I continue to lose rather, but slowly. My doctor and dietitian said it was all me and not Wegovy that was causing my weight loss. I'm so glad some of y'all have doctors that tell y'all the truth, because these content creators don't want to tell y'all the truth. Now, if you're a content creator watching my channel, you're like, well, that's not right. Well, then be like Twan and be like, V, don't include me in that. And I'll be like, all right, my bad. But I'm speaking in general. She lost over 100 pounds and says she's in maintenance, so no stall, correct? I would think so. Some of us was never supposed to meet our goals on this medication. That's why my doctor told me not to lose as much as I can. That's why my doctor told me to lose as much as I can, and then we can discuss surgery. I think that sounds reasonable to me. I mean, the original point was what Jen said, which is you're not promised to make it to your goal. So there's a lot of people not making it to their goal, calling everybody else fast responders and themselves slow responders. You know? The longer these drugs are being used for weight loss, the more we find out about what works and what doesn't. The reality is everybody's different. What works for one is not what works for us all. I agree. To be honest with you, Sydney, I kind of feel like some of these content creators are stuck in the past. Like, respect to Countess, it's not personal, but I think she's stuck in a 2 years ago mindset. I have learned so much. I have learned so much from her, so much from OTP. Well, not recently. I'm talking about in the past. I'm only crashing out now because I started prowling, and this is what I get. This is why I don't watch GLP-1 content, because I get triggered. But when I was first getting started, I learned so much from the people that came before me. But as time goes on, we're supposed to be learning like what works and what doesn't, because Eli Lilly can only give us so much, right? Like, they're going to give us the information based on the studies. I have said I think that the populace, like the people, are going to figure out maintenance before Eli Lilly tells us what to do with maintenance. So you know what I mean? So and it's so, there are some things that apply in general, but really, tirzepatide can be applied individualistically. Like it could be 28 people watching, right? So me, 29. 29 of us could be on tirzepatide, and in general, the medication is going to be applied the same way, but like we can all tinker to our personal needs. So all of this generalized hoopla about like slow responders, and it's not that they're not doing all the things. Well, let me just be the person that tells you something that maybe 99% of the other people in the space won't tell you. Maybe you do need to do something different. Maybe try it and see. If you are diagnosing yourself as a slow responder, try something different as far as your lifestyle and see what happens. Hey Kimmy, how you doing, girl? Try something different as far as your lifestyle, your diet, and see what happens. Too many people are on this bandwagon of, but I'm on a GLP-1. It's supposed to just work. Who told y'all that? I didn't tell y'all that. And if there's content creators, there have been some that suggested it. I'm not going to keep throwing people under the bus. But listen, y'all have to, like, listen, viewers, okay? If you do not have a channel, you have to be skeptical to some extent of whatever anybody online is saying at any given point, right? Like, question everything. Vet. Do a little research. Don't take everything at face value. I'm not saying there aren't trustworthy people online. I like to think I'm trustworthy. I think Dr. Spencer's trustworthy. I think Dr. Jason Fung is trustworthy. I think a lot of content creators are trustworthy. But like, that don't mean don't question us. That don't mean don't be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, y'all need to start asking more questions and doing a little, like, y'all log on and want to hear that you're doing everything right all the time. No, some of y'all ain't. Some of y'all are not. Like, some of you are not. Some of you are not. I'm not saying what worked for me is gonna work for you, but some of y'all, listen, y'all being lied to. You're being had. You're being sold a dream. You're in an echo chamber. Get out. You're in an echo chamber. Get out. If every time you go to a channel, you agree with everything the content creator has to say, you're in an echo chamber. Get out. I can't think of a single god dang person that engages in my chat that hasn't disagreed with me at least once. I can't think of a single name that has not disagreed at least once, which is crazy because y'all disagree regularly. Like, y'all agree a lot, but you also disagree a lot. So it's like, so I feel like it's pretty balanced. Like, we're like-minded individuals, but y'all don't agree with everything I have to say. Like, if I go through the chat right now, every single person that has been here before has disagreed with me on something. Shawnee has, Sydney has, Twan has, Kimmy has, Delilah has, Jenitha has. Crystal's new and Crystal's already pushing back. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome. Okay? Like, I take it back. Andrew might be the exception because Andrew's better than all of you. Andrew is to be protected at all costs. He's better than all of you. I'm picking favorites. Okay? Whatever. I don't care. He's better than all of you. Andrew does not push back. Andrew has my back. Andrew be like, didn't V say she run this shit? Why y'all acting stupid? Okay, so whatever. So outside of Andrew, everybody else. Okay? Andrew's young. Give him time. Give him time. He young. He might, you know, you gotta give him a little time. He's young. So he's like, what did V say? What did V say? Okay? Y'all act like y'all don't know how this works around here. What did she say? So Andrew got my back. But the rest of you hooligans and heifers, the rest of you hooligans, okay? Y'all always pushing back. I'm out here like a feral cat. Don't follow me. Hey, Holly. Hey, Holly. I have many doctors and many diagnoses which are now being treated with the homie, not just on me, but routinely. That tells me we all have that tells me they all have inflammatory conditions. We can read books, research papers, listen to doctors, etc. to gather informations. I went down a rabbit hole recently about NAION while taking GLP-1s. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, so like, listen, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's engagement in another space. I'm not trying to dictate it. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm just suggesting. I guess I'm passionate about this because I feel like people are being misled. I feel like people are being misled and people are being encouraged to be delusional. People are being encouraged to be unrealistic. This has been going on for quite some time. And again, I'm detached from the space because it's gross. Not every channel, of course, but I'm just saying, like, just the ones I came across today talking about compounded Retta this. What compounded Retta? If you just want your gray market peptide compounded so you feel better about it, just say that. Just say that. If you want your gray market Retta to come from a telehealth company so you feel better than those that get it directly from China, just say that. Just say that. Just say that. Just say that, okay? The other thing that is a personal opinion, I'm not gonna put this on any one particular content creator because it's just a personal opinion, is affiliate lack of integrity. I believe you can be an affiliate, tell your viewers and supporters about a product that you support, that you believe in, and still have integrity. I believe you can sell to your audience and still have integrity. But I feel like a lot of affiliates don't have integrity. their financial benefit from whatever company comes before their relationship with their audience. In fact, they exploit their relationship with their audience. They exploit the trust of the audience in order to push whatever product or service on to their audience. This is not toward any one creator. This is just something that I've seen. So just be careful. Just be careful. What's integrity? Are you being was that like facetious? Are you being facetious? Or you want me to like really look up the definition of integrity? I can look it up for you. Okay. I didn't know if you were asking me for the literal definition or if you were like, what's that? Nobody has that. I feel like there's plenty of content creators that have integrity. RMZ being one of them. That man is doing the Lord's work. He is doing the Lord's work. Amen. With his research and his reading and his reporting. I think there are plenty of content creators that have integrity. The quality of being honest and choosing to do what is right. Doing what is right. Oh, I know what it means. Okay, so you were being facetious. Okay. Doing what is right when no one else is looking. Doing what is right because it's the right thing to do. Doing what is right because it is the right thing to do. I get a number of telehealth companies that I have never heard of in my email talking about they want to partner with me based on videos I did 2 years ago. I am no longer on Compound, okay? I'm not up to date with what's going on Compound, and I don't know anything about your company. No, thank you. Oh, that's what they're asking. So just be careful. The only point that I have on this is just be careful. Just be careful. It's scary, some of these comment sections. I'm not gonna lie. Like, some of these comment sections are frightening, the way people are like in unison agreement. There's nothing wrong with having positive comments, but it's like when something jumps out at me, I'm like, nobody's gonna question that. Like, y'all don't even, y'all just, yay, oh my God, that's great news. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, if you like it, I love it. Just be careful, okay? Just be mindful. How about that? Just be mindful of affiliations and, people's motives. Just be mindful, okay? I'm not making any accusations toward anyone. Other than the fact that, in my opinion, some people lack integrity. They put the needs of themselves and their benefit from whatever affiliation they have. They put that before, like, they exploit the trust with their audience for that affiliation. That's my personal opinion, okay? That's how I feel. The echo chambers. Stop letting every content creator tell you that you're not doing anything wrong, and that, I'm not saying let them tell you that you're doing something wrong. Maybe I'm phrasing this wrong. Maybe I'm phrasing this incorrectly. Take some accountability for your life, for your progress, for your whatever it is, whatever you're having an issue with, whatever a content creator is shoveling to you that's making you feel warm at night. If a content creator never even slightly makes you feel uncomfortable or annoyed or irritated or whatever, like, you just always feel good when you watch their channel and you're actually watching them not for entertainment but for information, maybe you should question that. Maybe you should question that a bit. I mean, this is why I don't have the patience to watch GLP-1 content. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to sit around and hear that everything is peaches and rainbows all day long, and that if we don't have access to Compound, it's the end of the world and it's doom and gloom. I don't have the patience to sit around, all of us patting each other on the back, like, all day, every goddamn day, on the exact same page. That's boring. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to sit down and listen to the same news reports over and over and over again. Some of the shit not making no sense, like access to compounded Retta again. Like, it's the same shit over and over and over again. I mean, if y'all like it, I love it. I'm not telling you not to listen to nobody's channel, not to watch nobody's channel. But like, this is why I asked in the beginning, what do y'all think of the space? Because maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm out of touch because I don't pay enough attention. I just did a little couple twosie research and I was like, ew, gross. What the fuck is this? Like, I need a space. Ew. I need to like ew. Like I need a break now. I didn't feel like I needed a break before, but I spent just a few hours seeing what's being talked about and done in the space, and I was just like, this is why I don't do this. This is why I just stay to myself. This is why I don't go outside in the streets. This is why I don't go outside in the streets. This is why. Because it's gross. I'm disgusted. Ew. Pew. Gross. Ew. Nobody's teaching anything. If you are, matter of fact, let me ask y'all, whether you're new, whether you're just starting out on the GLP-1, whether you're interested in GLP-1, whatever it is, are you learning anything in the GLP-1 space right now? Are you guys learning anything? Maybe you are. Maybe I'm out of touch. Because just my quick little few hours of looking, and of course I couldn't see every single channel that was out there, but it's like, a lot of large channels, a lot of large channels. I'm just like, y'all just gonna fearmonger about compound every day and call everybody that ain't seeing success slow losers. Like that's the gist of, that's what I'm getting from the largest channels. We're just gonna bang the table about compound every day and call everybody that isn't seeing the results that they want to see a slow loser. And be upset with Eli Lilly. That's what I'm saying. Now, maybe this is the pot calling the kettle black. But does anybody even do weigh-ins anymore? I know I don't, because I give y'all my weigh-ins live because I'm too lazy to edit. Maybe when I take this break from live streaming, the editing bug will be reborn. But listen, I'm lazy, but I give y'all my updates. But does anybody like talk about like weight loss? We already talked about that. Which part? That nobody's learning anything? I guess listen. I get it. I could be out here doing some weigh-in videos and stuff like that. I'm just wondering. All I hear is fear about compound going away, fear about compound not being available for Retta, and everybody's a slow loser. Okay, a lot of people give their weight updates. Okay. Okay. I was just wondering. So are people losing weight? I don't, because I don't want to talk about weight loss anymore. Amen. I'm about to start talking about getting out of debt. I'm sick of this shit. No, I mean, I like talking to y'all. So I'm still losing weight. So I'm still gonna talk about losing weight. But like, I love weigh-in vids. LOL. I'm old and washed. Learning things. Oh, learning things. Did we talk about that on my channel? Jim, you and I was talking about that. We was talking about that privately, but did we talk about that on my channel? I see a lot of up and down weight loss. So no forward momentum. No momentum moving forward with their progress. Maybe it's because everybody's just cheering each other on instead of having tough conversations. Maybe we have a shortage of tough conversations in the space. Maybe we have a shortage of tough conversations in the space. Maybe we need more people saying, hey, get your shit together. Or, hey, you know what? I kept saying I was a slow loser, but I decided to get my shit together and now I'm losing weight. Maybe we need a little more of that. Maybe we need a bit more people saying, listen, I understand. GLP-1s are expensive. I get it. Maybe we could talk about some ways to afford it out of pocket instead of just crying about compound. I was gonna start that conversation when I first switched to brand, and the amount of no, sorry, can't do it. I was like, you know what, forget it. Well. Like I cut back so that I could afford it. People were like, no, I can't. Sorry, I just can't. Nope, can't do it. Nope. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't gonna have it. I ain't gonna find it. I can't cut shit. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. It's not happening. It can't happen. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Oh, yesterday. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like I was gonna have that conversation. Like maybe we should talk about some ways because again of the compound hysteria. Oh, compound. Oh my God, we're gonna lose compound. Okay, well, if you lose compound, not now, but then it's like, okay, well, brand still exists for half the price if you go through vials, through Lily Direct. Can we take what we're paying for compound and like find the difference in our budget? Nope, we can't. I said, okay, all right, okay. Oh, we will, Andrew. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna start talking about it in September or the end of August because the SmackDown happens in September. I'm still spending money right now. I used to ask people what they thought was holding them back. I think they took it the wrong way. Everything is taken the wrong way. That's why we have a Red Banner stream because I don't feel like mincing my words tonight. I don't feel like it. I still see content creators doing weigh-ins, but most of us are in maintenance, so it's not a main content of the video. Okay, I got you. Taking it the wrong way about what's holding them back. You're not supposed to suggest anything is holding anybody back. You're not supposed to suggest that because everybody is doing all the things. Didn't you just hear Brittany? Not Brittany, I'm sorry. Countess, didn't you just hear her?
I am at the highest dose, Zepbound 15 milligrams. I feel like I explain this in every video, and every video I still get comments and questions about it that I'm doing something wrong when I'm doing nothing wrong. I've done every single thing, not every single thing, but much of this journey I have been doing the correct things. And as somebody
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. And I acknowledge what she went through with being in the original pool of like people that were first on the medication for weight loss alone. But like, girl, you're doubting your own statement right there. Like, I'm doing everything. I mean, not everything, but like for the majority of my journey, I've been doing everything right. Like, you're doubting yourself. You know that y'all are lying to yourselves. You're lying to your audiences. Your audiences are lying to you. I could never blame the viewers for this. I cannot blame the viewers for this. I cannot blame the viewers for taking this in and being like, you know what? I am doing everything right. But if you make it to my channel, I'm gonna be like, I ain't gonna blame you for taking it in from somebody else. But we don't do that here. We don't do all that shit here. We don't do that here. We don't subscribe. We don't subscribe. We don't. Let's go back a little bit.
the wrong efforts, the genetics are different. And that is the most important thing.
Everybody's genetics are different. Just saying shit. Everybody's genetics are different. Like, oh my God. I'm about to go get some hamburger helper. Like, ugh, this is why I don't bother.
The video, and if I'm editing it, hopefully I'll remind myself to put this at the very beginning part of the video, because that's the most important part, is that I think that hypo responders can think that they're not doing enough or that they don't have willpower. And it's not that they don't. And I've had this now of where I am at the highest dose, Zepbound 15 milligrams. I feel like I explain this in every video, and every video I still get comments and questions about it that I'm doing something wrong when I'm doing nothing wrong. I've done every single thing, not every single thing, but much of this journey.
Nothing wrong. I'm doing every single thing right. You're lying to yourself. Stop it. Can't say I ain't never tell you nothing.
I have been doing the correct things. And as somebody who is a recovering perfectionist,
Jen, before I comment on this, what is a birthday month? Let me know what that is. What's a birthday month before I fuck it up? What's a birthday month?
knowing that I'm doing the right thing, mindset shift is super, super important, that it's a genetic difference. Some people hit Zepbound 15 milligrams, for example, and they're just coasting. They're so full. They're not having to put as much effort in as I'm having to put in. And I feel like, again, this is the stoicism that I'm really working on, but that's not fair. Well, that's my genes. And until there's more medical.
Bruh. It's not fair. It's not fair that some people are working harder than you. So so what's more realistic? This is more of a Sydney question if you're watching, because Sydney would be the one to give me the answer to this. What is more realistic, right? What's more reasonable? You're on a GLP-1 that has a majority success rate and you are not seeing the success that you want to see. What is more realistic? Is it A, you just shit out of luck because you lost the genetic lottery and it's not fair? Is it B, that maybe there's some additional changes that you should make in order to further your success? Or C, there's nothing you can do. The medication has run its course. Whatever weight loss you have is just what you have. Because you're delusional. You're delusional. You're delusional. You're delusional. If you say I'm doing everything right, you're delusional. And we had a stream. I saw Delilah ask, what is the correct way? I had a stream I think I had a video talking about doing it the right way. What is the right way? What is the right way? Because it's gonna differ from person to person. There are some general things that make sense, like make sure you get your rest, make sure you're not overindulging in sugar and starches, make sure you're not overindulging in fast food, make sure you're not drinking your sugar and your calories and all of that, make sure you're moving your body, make sure you're reducing stress. There are some things that are gonna apply in general. These people are delusional. These people will say I'm doing everything right and then actively talk about eating fast food. Am I saying everybody needs to cut out fast food? No. But if you're still eating it, don't say you're doing everything. Don't say you're doing everything. Nobody's doing everything. Nobody's doing everything. And nobody needs to do everything. You need to do what's right for you. And the more you lie to yourself and say, there's nothing more that I could do, it's just my genes, the more you're going to be stuck. You're just going to have to suck it up and be stuck then. You're just going to have to suck it up and be stuck. Celebrating your birthday for a month, does that come with eating cake for a month? Eating birthday celebration food for a month? Overindulging in big bakery for a month? Is that what that means, Jen? Figure out what works for you and do it, right? But if you say, but I'm already doing everything, you're closing your mind to other options that might work for you, especially if you're on a GLP-1. I'm not talking about past tense, like before people got on GLP-1s and being like, oh, well, you could have did this, you could have did that. I'm not trying to rehash history. I'm saying I don't believe these people. I just don't. Oh yeah, we talked about this when I reacted to her last year. Nurse Michelle. I don't know if she talks about it anymore, but I did in preparation for my reaction to her, I did a whole Countess deep dive. I went back to the very first video of her GLP-1 journey and I worked my way like a year into her videos. Oh my God. It was so much work. It was so much work. It was so much work. Eating everything for a month. Okay, so now let me go back to your original point. You said, because I want to put it on the screen. Jen said, I told the girly pops to stop having birthday months. They took it the wrong way. So stay big. This is not a safe space. I don't have any sympathy tonight. I don't have any. I will. My sympathy will be back next week. I don't have any sympathy tonight. So if you want to curse me out, now's your chance. If a birthday month is you eating everything for a month, like what, like just overindulging, then stay big. Like if you like it, I love it. Remember, we talked about this, Jen. People want what they want without sacrificing or making changes. For example, a sacrifice that people struggle to get on board with, there's no such thing as listen. This is where my head gets big, and I don't care. 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 This is why some people like have their shit together and some people don't. This is why some people are fit and some people aren't, or some people are taking longer. Because I don't believe in taking vacations off, and I don't believe in taking summers off. I have worked too goddamn hard. I've worked too hard to be where I am to throw it all away for a summer or throw it all away for a vacation. I have been to Europe twice in the 2 years that I have been on a GLP-1. No breaks. No breaks. No breaks. I still weighed in. I still worked out. Did I enjoy myself? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sure did. And over time, it got easier to not overindulge. I would say that first trip, I did overindulge, but because something is different about the food, I ain't gained no weight. I literally came back the same weight. I was eating fried chicken, pizza 17 times. I was eating whatever, and I didn't gain no weight. But like, oh, probably because I had my scale with me and I was monitoring my weight. And I was walking around a lot, so that was probably it too. But like, in 2 years, my entire idea of a vacation has transformed. I go on vacation, I take my water bottle with me everywhere. It's with me in the car, it's with me at the airport, it's with me on the plane, it's with me when I get off the plane, it's with me in the Uber on my way to the hotel. It's with me walking around the hotel. It's with me at the pool, unless they have water at the pool. The only place I don't take it is to the restaurant. It's with me at the gym, it's with me on my walk. It's with me everywhere. Okay? Like, and if you don't feel like carrying it, make sure you drink it. Like, I say yes to some things and I say no to some things. I say yes to some things, I say no to some things. Some things I say not right now, and that's not necessarily a no, it's like a later. Sometimes I say, because I said yes to this, I say no to that. I go on vacation and have a wonderful time. I'm not miserable on vacation. I'm skinty on vacation. Skinty is an attitude. It's a mindset. Like, yeah, we're a little vain over here. We talk about being cute and all of that. But like, being fit is a mindset. It's a mindset. There is no break. It's a year-round lock-in. Who did that stream? I think I did. Pretty sure it was me. It's a year-round lock-in. There are no breaks. I'm not a zealot for saying that. I'm not being unreasonable. No, literally, the people that have the best bodies that we see that didn't pay for them, and I'm not against paying for them, okay? Especially if you pay for it and then you maintain it with the right habits. But it's like the people that have the best bodies work the hardest. Especially if they're more mature, especially if they're older, because we know the weight creeps up with age. Now, if they're young, if they're 19, 20, then yeah, maybe they just have a great body because they're young, right? Life hasn't caught up with them yet. But like, if a person has had children, if they haven't had children, but especially if they're older, if they have a great body, they didn't just wake up like that. Not everybody's an athlete. Some people just freaking work harder than others. Fit people work harder than everybody else, physically. And they match that energy with their food year round. Does that mean they never have a cheeseburger or never have a slice of pizza or never have ice cream? That is not what that means. They have that stuff too. They eat that stuff too. But you know what the difference is? They know how to say no sometime. They know how to say no sometime. It doesn't have to be all the time, but sometimes no. And if you really are struggling with food addiction, you need to say no a lot, like 99% of the time. And some of those things need to be 100% of the time because you don't have no control over yourself yet. And that's okay. That's okay. Just realize you can't do everything everybody else does. You can't do everything everybody else does. So it's like, listen, I'm not about to apologize for going on vacation and keeping it right and tight, even when it's my birthday. Like, what's wrong with y'all? What you mean birthday month? You eating cake for a month? Like, what? Let me get caught up on y'all comments. Hey Pam, I just popped in. Do forgive me for missing the beginning. The Countess has had many vids where it seems people give her a hard time about when she was stuck at 96 pounds down. I told you I'm leaving them behind. Look, I like being fat. I like the security my fat gives me. I like the visibility it gave me. I had to work through that. A lot of people do. That's a mental block. A lot of people do. Then she would come back and say she hasn't been lifting weights like she wanted to. And when she lifts, she does the things that she think is necessary. It seems to help her out. Oh. So she cleans up her act and sees success. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. I will say, and I do like the Countess, but because she was the only one out there when I started my job 3 years ago. But she always has about 14 pounds. But she says she hasn't about 14 pounds of loose skin, and since I've had 2 skin removal. I misunderstood the last part, Pam. Oh, you're saying that she's saying a lot of her weight that she still has to lose has to do with skin, and it don't cost that much. It don't weigh that much. My stomach apron was only 2.2 pounds, but there wasn't much fat in that area. No lipo needed, and her arms look nice and tight. Countess? Not anymore. And I'm not trying to be mean, but like, um, okay. Y'all let me know what you think. I mean, I don't want to be mean about it, but like, I mean, it really isn't. Like, I'm not trying to be, but this was the first video of hers that I had seen in a long time, and I was a little confused because I don't recall her having so much like loose skin on her arms. I don't recall. Can y'all see that? Hold on. I mean, it happens. It happens with weight loss, but I was just a little confused because I mean, I know her to work out, lift and strength train and stuff like that. That doesn't guarantee you won't have loose skin though. Hold on. She just lifted her arms up. Hold on. Can y'all see what I'm talking about? She has to like lift her arms up. Like she has a good amount of separation from her muscle. Which I feel like could be corrected if she took her weight training seriously. I feel like she could correct some of that. She has loose skin, don't we all? Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. There was Pam's comment about her working out inconsistently but her arms looking Countess's arms looking right and tight. It seems like she's backslided on her weight training. I don't know. But again, yeah, we all have some level of like loose skin. But I remember like for me, my separation was much more defined. It has improved over time from me lifting weights, but I still have, like I still have that. So it's normal. We, a lot of us have it, but it does appear that Countess has taken a step. It seems like she hasn't been working out as much because her arms didn't always look like that. And she says she's only 114 pounds down. So like, what I'm saying is, I think the last time I seen her, she was still maybe like just under 100 pounds down. So there hasn't been that much of a difference in her weight. It just seems like she's not working out as much. Yeah, like in her, like in videos before, her arms looked like, you know, really good. I don't think they look bad. I think they look like she lost weight, but I think it's yeah, her arms aren't, they're not awful. They just look different before, which again, these things, you know, it changes over time. But I think she was doing, I don't think she's doing as much work as she was, is what I'm saying. Because her weight loss hasn't been significant. Like I'm talking about as far as from one point from her stall to her breaking her stall. So like let's say for example, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Not even a little bit. That was a day ago. Let's go back. Um let's go back. No, not 2 months. Let's go back. What is this? 4 months ago? Let's see. Hold on. This is a weird angle. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, never mind. Hold on. I'm looking for, the last time I saw her was about a year ago. Okay, maybe she just wasn't showing. Maybe that's always been a thing for her. Um, maybe that's always been a thing for her, and I just never noticed it before. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I was surprised because I just never like really got a good look at her arms before. So I always thought that, you know, her skin was a lot tighter. But I mean, it's not. We lose 100 pounds. We have loose skin. It happens. Um. Okay. So if the only thing we do is blame medications and surgeries to get us to our goals, we're not giving ourselves enough credit. Well, I agree. I agree. And I listen, I just listen. Y'all, not y'all, but like people want to be in echo chambers of, people want to align themselves with like-minded people, right? So if people feel like they're not seeing success or the success that they want to see, they want to align themselves with other people that aren't seeing success. People want to align themselves with other people that aren't seeing success. Sorry, y'all. That's what it is. And I'm saying y'all need to get out of the echo chambers. It don't gotta be, like it's hard work, but it don't have to be as doom and gloom as a lot of people are making it seem. It doesn't have to be, okay? So following a wave. This is the last point that I want to make about my discuss with the GLP-1 space, and then we'll get out of here. I'm gonna go get me some hamburger helper, and then you guys can help me put together a grocery list before I go to bed, so I can go grocery shopping when I get home later this week. Let's be mindful that this is social media, right? So naturally, some of the content is gonna follow trends, and that just is what it is. Do not get swept up in every wave, every popular talking point, every hyped up topic. Do not get caught up in every wave. Just take a little time to think for yourself. Don't get caught up in groupthink. Oh my God. Do not, just try not to get caught up in groupthink, because right now we're on a wave of fear mongering about compound and talking about slow losers every goddamn day. But let me tell y'all something. Let a lot of these content creators, the ones that are not seeing success, let a lot of them wake up and start doing and start seeing whatever it is, whether it's switching from compound to brand or whether it's changing their habits alongside of GLP-1 to see success. Let a number of these content creators suddenly start seeing success. You will never hear them mention a slow loser again. So you may feel like you have community now, but a lot of y'all are just trapped in groupthink because y'all are all just wallowing in sadness. You're all wallowing in the same complaint. You're all wallowing in complaints about compound retatrutide not being compounded. You're all wallowing in like community of, yeah, none of us are losing any weight. Are y'all gonna look for answers anywhere? Or we're just gonna all wallow about where we all are on the same page about whether we're not losing weight, whether about we're crying about access to retatrutide, like what it, because a lot of y'all are gonna get left behind, and y'all gonna be looking around wondering what happened to your favorite content creator. Why your favorite content creator ain't on code no more? I mean, half these content creators can't even take it when they're like, if they get the slightest bit of pushback, they can't even take it. But the pushback don't even be real. Sometimes the pushback is just, well, you're not echoing the echo that we've been echoing this whole time. Like, we're all supposed to be on the same page. A lot of y'all gonna be left behind. Better get it together. You will be better off getting your shit together and leaving your favorite content creator behind and living a better life than being stuck in groupthink. If you look to your left, you look to your right, you look around the room, look around the chat, plus the content creator, and everybody telling you that your shit don't stink, you're gonna be left behind. You're gonna be left behind. Okay? I don't know everything. In fact, I don't know shit. If you want to be honest, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm just a YouTuber giving my opinion. I'm barely that, to be honest with you. I'm barely that. I'm barely a YouTuber. Like, I'm just a woman that goes live giving my opinion. Oh, I'm leaving you, Andrew. I'm leaving you for a week. I need a break. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with the space. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Not with any like particular content creator. It's the principle. It's the lack of like, it's too much. Again, just be mindful we are on social media, and social media is a place where waves and trends come and go. Waves and trends come and go. Sometimes when you're in the thick of it, you can't see it. You can't see the wave. You know, you can't see it when it's time for the wave to pass on by. But some of y'all are going to be left behind. You won't leave us no longer than a week. I can't. Can't leave you longer than a week. I can't leave you longer than a week. So don't get caught up. Okay? That's all I'm saying. If you're struggling, find community with people that have your back, not people that's going to say it's okay to struggle. Is that mean? I'm sorry. I don't say it's okay. I say it's going to be okay. I don't say, you're doing everything right. I say I got your back. I say I got your back. But whatever you decide to do, I got your back. And if you don't want me to speak on it, don't tell me. Because I'm going to wonder what the fuck you talking about. I'm going to wonder what the hell are you talking about? And I'm going to say it out loud in front of everybody. What are you talking about? Who told you that? Where did you get that from? Why do you feel that way? What are you talking about? Okay? Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. How you doing, Paul? Okay? Like, if you don't want me to know, if you don't want me to ask, what are you talking about? Where did you get that from? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm not here to tell you, oh, everything is okay. If it's not okay, I got your back with making it okay, like getting to the point where you make everything okay. If it's not okay, you don't gotta wallow in just not being okay. We ain't nothing vain about that. No. Listen, let me tell y'all something. And then I'm gonna get my hamburger helper, and then we're gonna put my grocery list together, okay? Let me tell y'all something. I want some ice cream. I I need to take my shot, y'all. I have been I know I just had a weird crash out just now. Sorry. I don't know what happened. But I have been wanting ice cream. I cannot wait to be done with 75 hours so I can have ice cream. But I need to take my shot because my ice cream cravings are the worst on day 6 and 7, and it is day 6. So I'm gonna take my shot tonight. But let me tell y'all something. Damn, I forgot my point because I got distracted by ice cream. I forgot my point. I got distracted by ice cream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I really want some ice cream now. I've been thinking about Cold Stone a lot. You have Nicole live until next week. See, you know, I used to be able to rely on Nicole to check me, to chin check me whenever I didn't go live. Like if I went too long without going live. But now she goes live, so she not worried about whether or not I'm going live. She's not like, oh my God, V, where are you? Please come back. She live. She ain't worried about me. So y'all don't really have nobody to chin check me. Like, hello, V, where are you? Knock, knock, ding dong. I'm gonna try not to disappear for more than a week, but I need a break because this. I was talking about people getting left behind, and I completely. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say about the fall and about people taking breaks. Okay, taking summers off, taking vacations off, taking birthday months. Y'all must like being in a cycle of losing and gaining. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to cycle. Oh, gain 10, lose 8. Gain 8, lose 5. Gain 5, lose 7. I don't have time for that. Okay? Like I don't have time for that. It's August and I'm already thinking about the fall. I'm already calculating the fall. How things are going to work out for me. That's how I feel. That's how I operate. I'm not telling nobody else what to do. I'm just saying this shit is forever. Like people say Zebbound is forever, but never continue on to say what else is forever. The work is forever. Yes? Yes, the work is forever. It's forever. Okay? It's forever. And some people are just not ready to admit that to themselves. Some people are just not ready to admit that to themselves. Yes, we can say we're Zebbound life or Zebbound is forever. So is the work that comes along with it, okay? There are no breaks for the holidays. I was in the gym for Thanksgiving last year. I will be in the gym for Thanksgiving this year. I was in the gym for New Year's Eve last year or New Year's Day, whichever one it was. I will be in the gym for New Year's Eve or day. If the gym is open on Christmas, if it's a gym day, I'm going to be in the gym. I will enjoy the holidays with my family. I'll enjoy some of the food. I ain't going to do everything everybody else is doing. I'm not going to be eating until I pass out. And to be honest with you, if you want to do that once during the year, then I mean, go ahead. But I just think it's I don't know. As a person that falls off track too easily, I don't have time for that. I want some ice cream, Pam. I really do. I really do want some ice cream. I really do want some ice cream. I'm really looking forward to getting some ice cream when I'm done with 75 hard. So listen, live in Delulu land if you want to. Again, the people that are getting what they want out of this journey aren't the ones complaining, whether they're on a GLP-1 or not. They're not the ones complaining. I mean, I'm a complainer, so I just be complaining. But I'm honest about that. Like, I'm not complaining like the world is doing something to me, or like Eli Lilly's doing something to me, or like my genetics are just shit. No, they're not. Okay, Kim. Thank you, girl, for popping in. I'm about to go get me some hamburger helper. Sidebar, on days that I work out, like on my gym days, I don't really try to fast like at 8 p.m. So I didn't have dinner, so I'm comfortable with eating right now. It's fine. But during the work week, I definitely try to stop eating at 8 p.m. All right. So it's a lifetime of work. Work harder, work smarter. Stop finding community in places where nobody has any answers other than that your genetics suck. I'm sorry. It's not personal. Don't take it personal. Find community in places that have answers other than you just did not win the genetic lottery. You just didn't win. You're not blessed. Your genetics are just doomed. They suck. They suck. Mediocre genes. Sorry, your parents suck. They set you up for failure. Like, please. That's basically what you're saying. Like, your parents' mediocre genes set you up for failure, and now you're fat and you're going to stay fat forever, even though you have access to Zepbound. We need to talk about cutting back too. I can't wait to get into that when we start getting into my budget stuff. Matter of fact, we can talk about it in the next stream. All right. So let me get out of here. The next stream is scheduled for 11:30. So you guys might have already got notifications, or you will get notifications. I'm gonna come right back for just maybe an hour or so. We're gonna put together an Instacart order that I'm not gonna place. I'm gonna put the items in my cart so that I know what to go into the store and get. But you guys are gonna help me come up with a reasonable budget for a single that's trying to put the smack down on his debt. That's what we're gonna come back and talk about. We are going to be done with the red banner. The reason that it was a red banner is because I was opening the floor for people to come and tell me how they feel about me, or how they feel about the GLP-1 space. Since I'm in the space, since I have a channel, they might say none of y'all ain't shit. Like, y'all all suck. I don't like your channel either, Vanity, but I watch. So I wanted to open the floor for that. And because I didn't feel like tiptoeing around people's feelings. I didn't feel like tiptoeing around people's feelings. So red banner. Okay. I'll be back to being, having empathy and being sensitive and giving grace, Paul. Paul said, give him grace. Don't give him grace. I'll be back to all that shit next week. But today, no. Your abs and your thumbnail. Oh, you said you're going to try again because you did a typo. I think I mostly understood what you were saying. You were saying that my work is showing through my abs. It's hard. I hate working out. I don't enjoy no part of this. I don't enjoy taking Zepbound. I don't enjoy the weight loss process. I don't enjoy working out. I thought I would come to love these things. I don't. But you know what I do love? Floating around like a feather in a pool, looking good in my clothes, being skinty in my airline seat, in my airplane seat. Okay. Like, I not having as much knee pain. I like, there are benefits of being smaller that I like. We're going to talk about the benefit of not needing to eat as much anymore. Oh yeah, we're going down that rabbit hole of me creating a food budget, and a part of that has to do with the fact that I don't need to eat as much. So I need to stop buying so much goddamn food. Hot take. Everybody talking about they ain't got no money. Okay, it's hard. Right. Okay, fine. Well, I'm going to say I'm one of the people that don't have no money. So I got a budget. So I got to be on a food budget. Being big costs money. It's expensive being big. The clothes cost more and you eat more food, and food is high as shit. So theoretically, Zepbound equal weight loss equal the need to eat less equals saving at the grocery store. Yes? Ideally, I think so. Your abs in the thumbnail show you're working out constantly. Many people have to have a tummy tuck with muscle repair to look that good. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I saw your comment on that as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. So ideally, I should be spending less at the grocery store because I've lost 99 pounds, right? I don't need 1,800 calories a day for what? We'll talk about it, all right? So the notification will probably go out in about 5 minutes. Give me 10 minutes and I will be right back, all right? Like the stream if you haven't already. If you see it come back up in your algorithm tonight or tomorrow, make sure you hype and like. If you want to play back, leave me a comment and I will see y'all back here in about 10 minutes, all right? Bye.